No, exactly. Can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, we can't be letting everybody down. Let me make sure I have my my volume down because I tend to do that sometimes. Not me.
Never.
That was me, but that wasn't what you think it was.
Well, we are live officially, so if anybody is watching, hello.
Hello? Hello, hello. All two of you. That might be us, Joe.
It probably is.
But hey, I was talking to you before that. I'll continue to talk to you after that. Man, did the Patriots look good last night.
We moved up another spot in the playoff picture. So
yeah, well, I think we're tied. Well, we're like a half a game behind you. We kind of have the same record, except for if we win this weekend, we'll have the same record.
Yeah, that's why if the Bills lose, we take the first place in the division.
Nice.
And also, we're now favored to beat the Titans next week, which is pretty big.
It's going to be a tough game, dude.
We're a 3-point favorite, though.
Now, are you playing at home?
I think we are, yes.
And it's an even draw then.
I would say that normally, but we are literally 5-0 on the road this season.
Yeah, that's true.
We're like kicking ass on the road right now.
Well, you know the whole 3 points give and take if you're home.
Yeah.
3-point roll. Which I don't ever really hear anybody talk about the 3-point roll anymore.
No, exactly.
But that's what I was always told. If you're home, you get 3 points, no matter if you're favored to lose or not. If you're favored to lose by 14, then you're favored to lose by 12 or something. Yeah. But yeah, when I saw them, they looked really good last night. Of course, I missed the end.
And that was in a short week. I mean, that too. You got to realize we're coming from like that big win against the Browns on Sunday.
Right.
And then, that was just a short week of practicing. So I'm looking forward to the Titans game because now we have, 10 days to prepare for the Titans as opposed to, 4 days to prepare for. Less than 4 days, really, to prepare for.
I think you guys are going to need it. That's going to be a tough game for you.
I think so too, but at the same time, I feel pretty good about it. I don't know. I've been saying it week after week, and I understand we're 7-4, but we are realistically not.
You have a brand new quarterback.
I know, but he's not playing.
Brand new quarterback, and you're 7-4. Who would have thought that would have happened?
I know.
I mean, and the more I see Mac, the more I'm impressed because that kid's pretty damn good. I was even talking to my father about it the other day because he called up, and I was like, Mac's the one that impresses me because of his poise and the fact that those throws when you're off your wrong foot, when you're backing up, and you throw that little 3-yard screen pass, that is so fucking hard, and he pulled it off like a champ.
Going into last night's game, he's number 4 in the league of all quarterbacks, not just rookies. Number 4 with stats. And that was before last night's game. Last night's game, he was at like 80%.
Yeah. What up, dude?
He just
even at the Guara concert. Sounds like you've been choking on razor blades.
Nah, I'm just tired.
Yeah. I bet. So what's new?
I've been behind the last 2 days promoting everybody's fucking videos. I'm trying to get everybody promoted.
I've been promoting my own all week, so.
Yeah, thanks for not promoting anybody else's fucktard.
Ain't my deal. Ain't my deal.
Huh?
This is where I get to sit back and enjoy everyone else's video for a change.
Sure.
Ain't my deal.
Yeah, whatever.
But if you notice, I'm usually not on Twitter anymore, and I have been retweeting every single post that you've been putting out, so you can just shut the fuck up right now. How about that?
Noticed. It's about time you can do something.
Hey, fuck you, man. I'm trying to help out.
Hey, pick that up, Miranda. You dropped it.
It's been a rough week for me.
Pulled the blankets out of here.
Fucking booster shot nearly kicked my ass. And goody, apparently today they sent it over to the CDC in order to do a second and third booster.
Yep.
Joe,
Yep.
you should have been at the Guar concert last night.
Oh yeah.
You would have loved it.
Hey Ben.
Wait, are we
Yeah.
live already?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me, fucktards.
You can't read it right up there? Right up
I'm
there.
not on there. I'm looking at a totally different screen.
Hey, that's your
we didn't know
problem.
if you were going to be late or not. I didn't know where you were working, so we just decided to go live.
So yeah, you would have loved it, Joe.
Nice.
Yeah,
For
I
the
read your,
encore, they left the stage, and for the encore, all of a sudden, presidential music started playing,
Uh-oh.
Really?
and Joe Biden came out with a big cheese-eating grin on his face and a giant hypodermic needle,
Oh,
Oh,
good.
boy.
talking about how he's single-handedly curing corona, how he's saving the economy by creating so many jobs, how he's doing all this stuff, and then
Hey,
Guar,
Tim.
and he's talking how he wants to meet Guar, even though he knows that Guar has killed all these presidents dating all the way back to Reagan. And they come out and they're like, "You're a fucking dumbass," and they chop his head off.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I read your Ghostbusters Afterlife
That's
review.
cool, Ben.
Sounded good.
Hey Tim.
So far, I haven't heard any bad reviews about it.
Yeah, I've been
I
hearing
watched-
all good stuff so far.
Yeah, Charles Cochran even said he liked it. He said there was a few problems with the film, but other than that, he liked it for the most part. Dude, why doesn't this dude play in more stuff? I think he's a really good actor. You know the dude that played in The Collector? The guy that played the alarm guy?
Yeah.
He's a good actor. I don't understand why he's in the fourth Insidious movie. I don't understand why he's not in more stuff. Good actor.
Stop
Huh.
running around.
Oh, another thing, Jason, if the Bills do lose on Sunday, that'll put your Ravens in second place in the AFC.
Unless the Ravens lose.
Well, yeah.
I can't even remember who they're playing this week. I don't really even care.
A Bills loss will make it
To go.
Titans, Ravens, Patriots. Those will be the top three in the AFC.
Do you remember who we're playing this weekend?
The Bears.
Probably lose that game too.
I mean, Khalil, the good thing for you guys now, Khalil Mack's out, so that's a big plus.
Well, the problem with the Ravens is we've had some. I mean, I looked at the injured. A good thing for you to subscribe to, Joe, would be the Ravens on Instagram because they give you the injured reserve and why they're out.
Lamar's also not been practicing most of the week. He's been sick. They say it's non-COVID, but he still hasn't practiced. So what's going on?
He's sick. I mean, there was like a list, a big fucking list.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown, not in. Sammy Watkins, I believe, not in. Mark Andrews, not in. I mean, that just takes care of just about all our players. They waived Le'Veon Bell. So,
yeah.
I mean, you might as well just stick a fork in us now.
Crazy.
We lost to the Dolphins, which was embarrassing enough. Now we'll lose to the Bears. Makes sense.
I mean, the Bears came. It was the Steelers. The Bears realistically should have beaten the Steelers.
Yeah, because of that one call.
The Bears can definitely win, but they could also play like shit. So you just don't know.
Yeah,
They're one of those teams.
they're a team like I always look at the Bears kind of like the Falcons that you guys played last night. They can play so far above who they are and win 1 week, and then look like complete shit the next. That's the kind of team to me that's dangerous because you never know what you're going to get from week to week.
I mean, that's just it, and that's even if I know you're watching some of the game last night. Like Matt, like they even said it. The commentators like Matt Ryan just gets stuck on bad teams. Like Matt Ryan can make stuff happen, but I mean not last night, but he needs to. He only has so much to work with.
Oh, he has no offensive line.
I mean, think this was only the second time in his whole career he's ever been shut out.
Yeah,
only the second time, and this is the first time at home. He's never been shut out at home.
Wait a minute, I thought they played at Gillette last night.
Last night they were in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
He's never been shut out at home until last night, and I mean, that's impressive, you know.
Hey, I mean, if you guys have a really good defense, he ended up on the fucking ground so many times last night.
God, it was ridiculous.
It wasn't. I mean, I would have just. It kind of looked like Joe Flacco when he was playing for Brad's team.
Yeah, they were all over him.
Yeah. And they beat him up pretty good last night. Who knows? Maybe he'll be out for the rest of the season.
We intercepted their entire QB.
Yeah.
All of their quarterbacks threw interceptions last night.
Yep.
It was just funny because you and I were talking before the game, saying, "Oh, I'm like, I hope we shut them out," and I didn't really think they were going to. I figured if it could be a big win, but I didn't think they were actually going to shut them out.
It's hard to keep Matt Ryan from putting points on the board.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't expecting an actual shutout. So.
Technically, they shouldn't have been shut out, but they shot themselves in the foot right before halftime, and they didn't get that field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, how dumb can you be? Jesus
Other than that, they only passed the 50-yard line, I think, 4 times the entire game.
Yeah.
And one of those times was like the 48, 47-yard line on the opposite side. They literally didn't even pass the friggin' 50-yard line.
Yeah, what Jason said.
Really, Jen?
Huh. That's messed up.
Hey, John.
Hey, John. Hey, Arthur.
Hey, Arthur.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
I was looking all over some older videos because I was trying to figure something out, and I saw that you had commented on a lot of my videos for body bags. So I appreciate that.
I don't know if I would say he got sacked a lot. It wasn't anything compared to what Matt Ryan endured last night.
Yeah, Matt Ryan got fucking butt raped. That's what he got.
I like how they kept showing him on the sideline. He was
He looked defeated, didn't he?
Oh, man.
It was bad. They showed him on the sidelines, and he just looked so sad.
I mean, they literally took him out of the game just because they didn't want him to get hurt at the end. It wasn't like they were like, fuck this, we're not coming back.
Lamar Jackson last weekend. Well, they didn't play last weekend, but I understand what you mean. Matt Ryan and Little Ben need to retire.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Is he playing? No, that was last week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody's busy with the family this time of year. I get that, Arthur. But I saw you on there, and I was just like, hey, I wonder where Arthur's been. So I'm glad you came by. I appreciate it. Brad's having a come to Jesus moment. These guys are goofy, but to me they make the movie. The people that are with Lin Shaye in these films,
Yeah,
they're characters. And the one dude has a mohawk in the third one. You'll like that, Joe.
really?
The big guy has a mohawk. Now he's got a mullet in this one. Yeah, he's a trip. Yeah, you got to get the other two, Joe.
I have the first 3. I just need the 4. I just need the last key.
You have the first 3?
I have the first 3. I haven't watched 3 though.
Okay.
But the only one I don't own is the last 3.
I'll keep my eyes open for it. I found this in the dump bin today at Walmart. People seem to have a big problem with this series, but I actually really like it. The first one I thought was great. People shit all over it, of course. The second one was a completely different film. It was called Beyond Skyline, and it was more about the aliens and less about the Earth domination, kind of. And I haven't watched this one yet, but yeah, this was in the dump bin. And they also had a Wild Eye 4-pack that I almost picked up that has Conjuring the Devil, Heidi, the La Llorona movie that they put out, not the one from Blumhouse, of course, or whatever it is. And
Yeah, I got that one for you already, fucker.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it. So I just saw it in the dump in today. Yeah. They took their dump in away because they've been doing the Black Friday sale. Hey, Danny. Why I got to be a fucker? What'd I do to you today?
Ours isn't even open yet. They're still working on it.
You were.
They're still working on.
Oh, that's cool, John. He was at the Louisville Syracuse game where they retired Lamar Jackson's jersey. That's pretty cool. Oh, just recovering from that shot. I'm feeling pretty much back to normal now. Took a while though. I got my first booster and it wasn't very nice to me. So my mom got it the next day and she had some stomach problems too, Joe.
Really?
Yep. Corinne came through it like a champ. Her arm hurts still, but
I think it made me sleepy.
made you sleepy.
I think so.
Joe, did you see that?
I see what?
My wife's comment.
No, hold on.
Why the hell did that get held for review?
Stupid she Grinches?
Mm-hmm.
The hell?
Mm-hmm. The dump in, yep.
The dump.
Your second booster shot?
Huh?
She needs to get her second one. Her second booster shot?
She's talking about the third booster.
Oh yeah, that's what I just got. That's what I got
He's
Monday.
gotten the 2 shots already.
Yeah, it messed me up pretty good. Wasn't feeling too good.
Okay, I just literally scarfed my food down.
Feel better?
Nope.
You got to work tomorrow?
Yep. I wasn't supposed to, but I am now. All I ever do is work.
Just the best slasher, Joe? The best Thanksgiving slasher?
I like it. I mean, when I think of Thanksgiving slashers, that's actually what I think of first.
Yeah, me too.
And then
Me
I
too.
think of Blood Rage.
Yeah.
But for some reason, that's the one that comes to mind first.
It's just so freaking odd. But I don't know. I wanted to talk to Dave about it.
Body Count by Jake.
Yep, Body Count by Jake. But to me,
I miss Dave.
he actually, yeah, me too. To me, he it's not him that makes the movie. To me, it's that guy Mistake that makes the movie.
Yeah.
He is just too much. Yeah. Love every minute of it. It's definitely a wacky movie for probably the first half of the film.
Yeah.
Then it gets to be like a typical, well, not typical, but like a regular slasher. Nobody's fucking car works ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so many tropes in that movie. It's like not even funny. Every fucking person's car in that movie breaks down. Every one of them.
Horror movie trope.
Yeah, but I mean, every
Not
one of
just
them. Brad.
slashers either.
Huh?
I mean, think about like fucking Evil Dead when his car breaks down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The cars breaking down in that is like the equivalent of the nature shot scene in
Yes,
what-
the Prey.
The Prey, yeah.
Yes,
Like, there's certain things that are tropes, and then some of them just overdo it. Like, it's true. Like in Home Sweet Home, like every fucking car in that movie doesn't work.
every single one of them. And the best one is when the guy one of the first kills when the guy pulls up to the back of the station wagon with a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he's going to take the battery out of that fucking station wagon and put it in a Jeep.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? I mean, well, I guess my car needs a battery. Okay. See how that works out for you there.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's a fun slasher though. I would love to see Brad's how Brad would feel about that one.
What?
I don't know I think if we talked to him, he would probably make it through the film. But I think if we didn't, he'd probably turn it off like 15 minutes into it.
Probably.
I never
Just-
turn them off.
But it's so wacky, dude.
I never turn them off. I
fucking
sit
wacky.
through them, and it's like sometimes I'm bored out of my mind. I'll pick my phone up or something, and sometimes I'm just like, this sucks.
This
I
is
always
definitely
finish
not
the
boring.
I always finish the movie.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I'd love to see how you would react to Home Sweet Home. We really need a Blu-ray of that.
Even an actual DVD.
Well, it does have a DVD release.
An official one?
Yeah, I'm sure. I almost bought it a few times off of eBay. It's an actual DVD release. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, send me that, because as far as I know, that was still off on tape.
It's not overseas either, as far as I know. It's just not very easy to find. It's one of those ones that's a little bit pricey. Body by Jake.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
You gonna
Yeah.
mow the ground all night, motherfucker?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. I'm hurting.
I feel you. Although I am feeling a little bit better now.
Apparently nobody has
Between
any.
my feet and my back, I don't know which is worse tonight.
He still haven't gotten his
I actually wasn't hurting that much during
urine
the
test back?
It's really surprising.
Apparently you have to call to get information.
Well, isn't that what
And
she should
not-
be doing?
And not.
Doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hey, Vince.
Makes a lot of sense.
Or Becky. So we're not doing anything special for Wild Eye Week on the stream tonight? No Wild Eye stream or nothing?
That's up to you. I sent you what I sent you for what we were supposed to do, but that's
Yeah, I
up to
know.
you. Huh?
Wait, today you sent something?
No, when I sent your package before.
And you sent my package.
Yes, I sent your package.
I
Yes,
don't got a
the last
package.
package I sent you a couple things specifically for this week.
There were Wild Eye things? There was no Wild Eye in that.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
was no Wild Eye in there, dude.
I'm pretty sure there was.
No, I unboxed everything. There was no Wild Eye in there.
Pretty sure.
Dude, I unboxed it. There wasn't anything
Pretty
there.
sure there was.
I'm telling you, there wasn't.
I will go back and look, but I'm pretty sure there was because I know I had a couple things for you. And I know I sent them. At least I'm.
That big ass box?
Yes.
Oh, there was no Wild Eye in that box.
Positive.
Did you send Life Form?
That might have been one of them.
I kept that if you did.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't have that one.
Oh,
I thought you were sending that for me. But that was the only one that was in there as far as I remember. I don't even remember if that was in that
let me
one.
look. Maybe I didn't send it, but I was pretty sure I did.
Girls, come here.
Oh!
Settle down. I want you to settle down.
I don't want to play Mrs.
Did you see that, Kel?
Play
All right, I'm
Mrs.
back.
Fucking hurt, man.
Well, you're watching.
Miranda, I want you to settle down.
Insidious.
Yeah, Insidious the last
Do you
kid.
understand me, both of you?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any
Watch
whining
it.
or crying, and I want you to settle down. Stop running around my house. Now, how about you go sit down on your butt and play something quiet?
Oh boy.
Well, there's only 4 of them.
Thus far, did you see it?
I saw something roll, yeah.
He pulled the big piece of furniture down and basically broke it on the guy. Oh, brother.
Oh. We can still do a contest.
You said you had a lot of stuff there.
Of what?
Um,
I don't have any extra ones right now anymore.
you said you had a bunch of them.
I gave them all to John Ellsworth and Dave. I sent some to Dave,
Oh, okay.
and I gave them all to John Ellsworth for when he won the last contest.
I sent you a lot of shit.
But I can get more of them. That's not hard. That ain't hard at all.
That's what she said.
Rob emailed me the other day.
Oh, how's he doing?
All right. He sent me. Oh, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something later. He sent
Am I
me
not going to be happy?
Huh?
Am I not going to be happy?
No, you wouldn't. You would not be happy about it.
Okay.
I'm a Rob from Wild Eye.
Yes.
He sent me some behind the scenes photos of a movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of a movie that's been out for a while. But there's a reason he sent me behind the scenes photos, and what the reason is going to make your ass laugh.
Oh.
So, man. Oh, my fucking feet are killing me.
You're going to have to monitor the chat for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did send you that hardware
Yeah,
thing.
did I tell you that there was like a few thumbs down on the last one?
Our last stream?
Yeah.
Who cares?
I know where they're coming from, too.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's
Whoever
okay.
it is, it wouldn't surprise me. You can put it in the private chat.
Oh, I don't mind, because all it does is give us more fucking recognition.
I don't care. I saw a really good really?
I think so.
Why? Troll?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And remember I told you that one troll got a hold of me on fucking...
Yes. Yeah.
I still need to play you those messages. It's funny.
He also made a comment on one of my videos.
I'm not unblocking him. I don't give a fuck.
Who?
No. The guy that wants me to unblock him so he can come back into our channels.
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Burned your fucking bridge, motherfucker.
Apparently I didn't block him because he commented on one of my videos telling me to have a blessed day and all this. I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Tell me you accepted Jesus into your life. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, more power to you.
I've had Jesus in my life my whole damn life. And
look at you.
Look, yes, exactly.
And look at you.
Just because you can say, you turn around and say, oh, I got Jesus in my life now, doesn't take away that you did a bunch of fucked up shit, you know?
Yeah, that kind of shit don't bother me.
And even if I do forgive you of it, which I actually do because I don't give a fuck, honestly, it doesn't mean you forget and you just let shit happen to you again. No, that's dumb.
Well, son of a bitch, I guess I didn't send it. I apologize. You were right. I was wrong, I think.
Yeah, Dr. Strangelove, there's some good ones.
Oh, nice. That makes sense.
I'll check it out. I got my first paycheck on the new pay raise today.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty good size too.
Hey.
I did have the bonuses on there, and they took a ton in taxes.
Yeah, but you're also doing a lot more shit to earn it too. It's not like it was just given to you, you know?
Oh, I know. I met the fucking president, one of the presidents of the company, and told me that himself, I guess.
Yeah.
First thing he tells me, because I was busy with the customers when he came in, shook his hand, but I really didn't talk to him. And then after, of course, I got done with my customers. I put I stood up, went over to him, shook his hand, introduced myself again. Like, really, and he's like, yeah, I've heard a lot of really great things about you. I was like, that tells me the exact opposite.
Yep.
I'm like that, man. I will. People always say I need to watch. I just don't care. It's like I'm gonna tell you. I was only joking, but still, like, that's just some people would take that like fucked up. He's like, no,
Stop and
really.
shop dumpster donuts. Watching this old house rerun. Yeah, said the same thing last week.
Oh my god, that opening band last night. Okay, dude, it was Guar, and they were being supported by Napalm Death. You know who Napalm Death is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Napalm Death, I'm not a black metal fan, but I can stomach Napalm Death. At least they can make their songs and their music into a groove, Like, they actually can have some rhythm at times. The fucking opening band was a band called I Hate God. And the
Wow.
I was spelled EYE. And they were like the most talentless, and people were cheering for them. I'm like, why are you people cheering? I think most of them were probably just cheering because you're at a show and you're
because if you don't, you get ridiculed on social media for being insensitive to someone.
Like, everybody went fucking quiet, and I shouted, "You suck!"
Nice.
And everybody fucking around me just started laughing like a motherfucker.
Nice.
And I don't know if you saw it, but I put it up on live. I did a 2-minute live on the thing.
Nice.
On the channel, and I put world's shittiest opening band. And just played, and they were just fucking, they were so terrible. My God, they fucking sucked. Napalm is death metal with a punk core. They've always been that. Since 1986.
So I meant to tell you guys this. I don't know if you guys have any Rite Aids where you live, but they were doing their after Halloween sale again. And I ended up picking up a bunch of DVDs. They had a bunch of them in a shopping cart, all horror, and they were like 49 cents a piece.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the ones I picked up is one of my favorite movies that I played for Corinne, and she absolutely hated it. Lords of Chaos.
Oh,
I like that movie.
I love that fucking movie. I was like, "Did you like it?" She's like, "Nope." I was like, "All right then."
I've been wanting to get that ever since you guys talked about it a while back.
My big issue with fucking death metal or black metal or satanic black metal or satanic death metal, any of that shit, 99 times out of 100, if there are 100 of them anymore, I don't even know, they are talentless fucking hacks that can't play a fucking tune to save their life, and their lead singer can't sing to save his life. There are a couple that defy that mold, but at least if you're gonna fucking do that kind of shit, have some fucking originality. Call yourself I Hate God. That's the stupidest fucking metal name I've ever heard in my life. It's like, oh wow, ooh, that's a statement. Okay, look at fucking Deicide, all right? I don't like Deicide. I hate their fucking music. I hate the fucking message. But at least I'll respect their creativity. They're called fucking Deicide. That's a badass fucking name.
Do you have Lords of Chaos, Joe?
I do not. I'm gonna have to check. There's a Rite Aid, I don't know, about 20 minutes away. I used to have one right down the street, but most of them closed.
Yeah, most of ours did too.
There's still like one I think that's somewhat close that I could check.
I might have the rest of them down here. I can show you what I picked up. I think I might have taken them upstairs already. Oh, and I also got the shirt that Brad got.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I got myself the fucking Guar Tour shirt last night. They had two of them. I
Oh,
almost
yeah?
got the black long sleeve one, but I decided to go with the white short sleeve one. Just because it was $10 cheaper. And then I picked up the Scumdogs 30th anniversary album. I love Guar. I love what Dave said when Dave's like, "Yeah, I really love Guar, but man, they've gotten too good." I remember back in the day, everybody used to say they couldn't play and shit. They are really fucking good now, though. Like, and they're Flatulous or whatever his fucking name is, the new lead guitarist. That guy fucking shreds.
All right, this is what I picked up. I picked up Lords of Chaos, but I already watched it and took it upstairs. And I think that might be it. I picked up Dead Rising Endgame.
Nice.
All these were marked $4.99, but they were 49 cents because they were 90% off.
Wow.
Arrows of the Human Body. Jason Mewes and Bitten.
Okay, I've seen that.
Probably
around.
gonna
I've been wanting to
Probably
see
gonna
that
suck.
one. I've been wanting to see that.
Bold Evil Liar.
Huh.
And this I actually watched today, and if anybody tells me it's not a horror movie because it's a documentary, it absolutely is. And I think you'll agree with me, Joe.
Abu Ghraib?
Abu Ghraib.
It's Abu Ghraib.
It's called Ghost of Abu Ghraib. It's a documentary, and Joe knows what it is.
Well, I know what Abu Ghraib is. I don't know what the movie is, but
Doll Syndrome.
we'll see, Danny. It's my one fucking day off on Sunday. I'm tired. I don't want to go anywhere right now.
Yeah.
Right, we will see. I feel like I'm like a beat down dead dog, so
I'll go with you, Danny.
I like how she says next weekend, and Brad's already saying he's too tired.
she said before next weekend. Meaning this weekend because I don't have any time to go before next weekend.
Black
Unless we go
Friday.
this weekend.
You can go on Thanksgiving, all right? There's no excuse. You have the day off.
We're gonna have
You have
plans
the whole
on
Thursday.
Thanksgiving.
The whole Thursday off.
We have plans on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, our Walmart is burned down. We're all part of it.
That's why she wants to go to the one in Albuquerque.
Yeah, and I said no.
Damn. I said no. You say, I'll go with you, Danny. There we go. Hop a flight.
I don't want to drive to fucking Albuquerque.
Didn't you take a
I
long
wanna
turn?
walk around an
Didn't you take-
Albuquerque fucking Walmart.
Didn't you take the wrong turn at Albuquerque? Where do you guys buy your media online other than Amazon?
eBay, Hamilton Book.
Yeah,
Hamilton Book is about the best.
yeah. Hamilton
Yeah,
Book is good.
I'd say
Find the
Hamilton
best
Book,
deals on
definitely.
Hamilton Book.
I mean, if you want to get Vinegar Syndrome, I like ordering directly from them. I've always had good service from them.
Except for one time.
Vinegar Syndrome, Scream Factory, you name it. I
I've
don't
never
use
ordered.
that. In
I've
fact, I
never
don't use
ordered directly
Amazon
from
at all.
Screen Factory.
Amazon fucking sucks. I always find better deals than Amazon. I find better deals than Amazon everywhere. I don't ever use that. Like, I bought from Amazon like twice in my whole life.
Okay.
Because
I mean,
I always find something better on eBay or somewhere else. Like Amazon has just case in point, they have the Friday the 13th box set on sale for like $99. Fucking Walmart.com has it for $85.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, Walmart has Black Friday deals. Best Buy has Black Friday deals. Severin and Vinegar Syndrome both have Black Friday deals.
I think even Scream Factory might have one.
Diabolic DVD. I opened something today that said they had pre-orders coming.
Oh.
Um,
I'm trying to find an unrated copy of Blood Feast 2.
yeah, I lucked out on that one.
I have the Shriek Show rated R, but I want the unrated.
Yeah, I have both of them. What about eBay? Have you tried that?
Yeah, but every time I find it, it's the Shriek Show one.
That's the only one that there is.
No, I'm talking about the rated R one. Like that's
Oh, because they're both Shriek Show.
all I ever find is the rated R one. I have once or twice, but I find stuff cheaper on Hamilton, dude.
I've never used deep discount.
Deep discount I found is not really that well discounted. Only once or twice have I ever bought anything there. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they say it's discounted from because it sure ain't most of the regular places.
It depends. Sometimes you can find good deals. It depends on what you're looking for. Walmart has some pretty good deals right now because they already started their Black Friday sale.
Yeah, they started it back a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, they had the Hobbit trilogy on Blu-ray for $5.36, which is pretty damn good.
I've got it all. I've got all of them twice.
Me too. Me too.
The Blu-rays and the extended special editions.
For the Hobbit or for the Lord of the Rings, or both?
For the Hobbit. Did you see the extended editions on those?
I haven't. No.
They're really nice. They're really nice.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find them.
They only came out for a while there, like when they first. I don't know. It's been a while, but they were limited or something.
Did you get that thing I sent you, Joe?
No, I didn't.
Open up.
Danny, we will talk about it
chat.
later. All right. Jesus Christ! It's fucking Friday and I got to work tomorrow.
Hopefully it went through. I didn't even look and see if it went through, but let's see. Did it go through?
Go to
What the fuck?
Walmart.com, Royce.
It did not go through. All right, let me try it again, Joe. I don't know why it didn't go through. I pushed chat. My phone's a piece of shit. It's like the worst. Let's try this one more time. Come on. You can do it. Now let's see if it went through. Fucking phone.
Yeah, now it went through.
Yeah. This is one I've seen for a long time. I mean, it's not too expensive, but if I were to buy it, I know I'd probably, it probably would get announced on
Oh, yeah, I have seen this one before.
Yeah. It would probably get announced on Blu-ray the next day. So. Plus, I have this.
I'm pretty sure this was one of those, they released it and it was unauthorized.
Yeah.
And that's why it went out of print so fast.
Bootleg.
It was like an unauthorized release.
I just like that movie. I don't know what it is about it. I just really like it. It's just kind of kooky.
Hey, Larry. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Oh, what the fuck is going on here? I got a piece of shit phone. The man with the keys. Now, see, I think that that's pretty creepy. Not really giving anything away, but in the last key, this guy has like key fingers things that morph into his fingers.
Mhm.
He's able to go in here and turn off your voice so you can't scream. That's fucking creepy.
Royce, I don't know really. I mean, not really a ton. I've been fortunate to find stuff for a lot of my rare stuff came from when I bought my friend's collection that he was getting rid of. And other than that, I mean, I have this antique store not far from me that I've gotten lucky with a bunch of stuff, and I really haven't paid a ton. That being said, I noticed recently I have Attack of the Killer Refrigerator on VHS, which I had gotten a while back, and 2 recently sold on eBay, one for over 800 and the other for over 1,000. So for some reason, that tape is just off the friggin' charts now.
One of the movies I just watched, I looked it up on VHS, and it's incredibly hard to find. Called Winter Beast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that one's really hard to get.
It goes for like $500.
Yeah,
It's like, what the hell, dude?
yeah. I couldn't believe it though. It went for like Attack of the Killer Refrigerator. It was over $1,000.
Somebody bought it?
It was bought because someone was posting it in the VHS group on Facebook, and people were like, "Is this real?" And sure enough, the person selling it is in the group, and he like literally screenshotted it too. It was sold and paid and everything.
Wow.
But one did sell about a month or 2 before that, maybe in September, and end of August, early September, it sold for over 800. So, and the one that sold recently was in better shape, so it makes sense that it would sell for more than that, you know. But that's just crazy.
Yeah,
Most-
fuck, I'm not paying that much for a movie.
We ever paid for a VHS. Now, that would probably be when VHS was still really popular, and that was the only format you could get it in. Well, before DVD and Blu-ray. Well, what were they going for? About $20 at the time, Joe?
Yeah.
I mean, that was normal. Now, if I find something that's really hard to find, I'll pay like $10 for it. But that's about it. Any more than that, and it's too rich for my blood. I did spend $10 on that Nightlife VHS.
Mhm.
So most of them I end up paying like from a thrift store. They're usually $1, even though a lot of them aren't actually carrying them anymore, which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
And from the flea market that I go to, they're anywhere from $3 to $4 a piece, which isn't bad. So, yes, exactly.
Yeah, to rent them out. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can see like a lot of them still have price.
Some of my tapes it says that the value $89.99.
Yep. Yep. And that was what they paid for them. So,
yep.
How long did they have to rent that before they got their money back?
No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy.
And sometimes they got multiple copies of tapes. You know?
I know. Things really did change. I remember, this was a long time ago. Now, I myself didn't spend this for it, but my wife did. A couple of Rick Springfield tapes that were incredibly rare, VHS tapes, that we actually still have.
I think we paid $60 or $65 for it.
Yep, $60 or $65 for Rick Springfield.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. They had this place in Frederick that I really want to go back to. Do you remember what it was called, one? It was a bookstore / movie store / comic book store. It was like all mostly used media, and they were selling off their copies of VHSs because this is when a DVD started to become little bit more strong.
Yeah.
And I used to love to go in there, man. We spent a lot of money in that fucking place. I used to buy a lot of concert tapes, like the Allman Brothers, and I was always looking for weird shit like Eric Clapton at the 77 in 1977 at the Whistle Stop, or the concert for Bangladesh, which was super rare at one time or another. But, you know, eventually finding stuff like that, it's pretty cool. I had a lot of rare VHS tapes. Yep. Gave them all away. Well, I didn't give them all away. I sold them, but still. Oh, that sounds cool. I haven't seen that ad nauseum. Most of my rare video tapes were concert tapes, Joe. I did have some, but they weren't rare at the time, though. Like the Kindred.
That's the thing. Back then,
They
like,
weren't rare.
concert tapes and stuff like that were the rare tapes, and horror tapes were so readily available. I mean, even
Yep.
up until the last decade or so, a lot of the horror tapes were still easy to get for the most
Yep.
part. And then for some reason, it's, you know, the VHS craze sort of started again, and now this stuff is ridiculously priced, and you got to be lucky to even find horror tapes sometimes at thrift stores. You know.
Yep.
Typically,
Yep.
people walk in and just buy whatever horror and leave everything else.
Yep.
I find a lot of stuff, but it's usually shit that I've already got.
Yeah, it's usually like a lot of mainstream stuff or stuff that, you know, you're not gonna walk in. Very rarely you're gonna walk in and find something like super rare that's horror. You know.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's so
Nothing.
funny, Joey, because you just said the other day, you hardly ever see Batman '89, and then I walked into my local thrift store and found it right there on VHS.
I didn't buy that. I probably should have, but I didn't buy it. They had it at my thrift store. It's probably still there.
I have it.
I always loved how the cover of it is just a symbol and doesn't say anything on it.
Black. Yep.
Yeah. And it's just a bat symbol. I always loved that.
Did you ever see my my Batman soundtrack 10 from Prince?
I don't want any of the cherry vanilla.
Did I ever show that to you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get
That thing's fucking cool.
some.
Just a round tin with the bat symbol in there, kind of
Yep.
embossed.
Nope.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I have a lot of Prince stuff that's worth money.
I thought we had plain cherry.
I don't know if we do. I'll have to look.
It's fine. I don't need it anyway. I just wanted some Dr. Peppers because you drink all the ones out of my fridge.
Nuh-uh.
What's up?
Harley.
Dr. Pecker.
Dr. Pecker.
I'm never be able to reach that shit.
Miranda.
Remember when my favorite
I got one for Harley, but I can give it to Amanda.
my favorite snack when I was younger was either grape soda or Dr. Pepper and Andy Cap's hot fries. Love them fucking things.
I had
Now I can't even eat one of them now.
Really?
Nah. I can't eat anything.
How did they fucking name Andy Cap's hot fries after the fucking cartoon?
I know.
Or did the fries come first?
I don't know.
You should get frustrated with it.
But they used to be my favorite when I was little.
The diary.
I see that, dear. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how to use it.
Yeah, you just did a video, Larry. I gotta check that out. Yeah, Andy Caps are good. They are good. I miss being able to eat them. I just can't eat them anymore.
How come?
Chemotherapy and radiation changed my taste buds. It changed what I could eat and what I can't eat. Really messed up my. It did a number.
Are you just talking about the spicy ones?
What?
Are you talking about the spicy ones?
I can't eat anything spicy.
Get the non-spicy ones. Get the regular ones.
The cheddar fries. I don't like them as much. I like the
no,
hot.
handicap, whatever they're. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
I
But
think they were
cheddar.
cheddar fries. I
Yeah,
like
cheddar
the original hot fries, but I can't eat them anymore. I remember they would get this orange shit all over your fingers, and you used to lick the orange shit off, and it was real hot. That was fucking awesome. Yeah, me too. Me too, Larry. I can't eat them anymore. Fucking handicap. I used to love hot spicy. Now, the one thing I still will eat, even though it burned my playhouse down, and Joe knows about this, is Popeye's red beans and rice.
Yeah.
I will fucking tear that shit up. And I mean, that's like ultimate spicy for me that I can handle. And most people don't think it's that spicy.
It's not, but I
It's
can
not
see
at
how
all.
it would before.
There's like no spice in it at all.
Hey, I didn't ask to get cancer. Ain't nothing I could do about it.
Yep.
I used to be able to handle all that kind of shit, but I can't anymore. I used to love spicy food.
I don't know if I could live without eating spicy food.
Yeah, there's still a lot of good stuff out there.
What's talking about my,
I've been in New Mexico too long.
Not long enough, apparently. I
like
think this might have been filmed there, Brad. The movie I'm watching now.
you what?
There was a guy on there asking where to get movies.
Fuck me, right, you know? Fuck me. There we go. He just turned off her voice box. That's fucking crazy. Shut up, Lynn Shay.
I wonder if Arlo might try and reopen by next week.
I don't know, dear. I know that they're working on it. I saw them this morning, and I saw them late last night at like 1 a.m. They were working on it at 1 a.m.
Yeah, and
When I
they've
drove
been
by
up
it.
all hours trying to get it fixed.
Who would have thought? You know, Lynn Shay married to Bob Shay, and oh,
Bill was so drunk last night. I had one beer when I got there. Bill bought me a Blue Moon, $8 for a fucking beer at the venue. Guess I'm talking to myself.
I got some red wine for tonight, Brad.
Are you talking to them or
Did you
me?
say
I
drink
was talking to all y'all, but nobody ever just like. I'm just
and I was talking to you, you bastard, and you ignored me.
I didn't hear you talking to me.
Yeah, ignore it all.
I was talking to you. I was talking to you about Insidious Chapter 4 and about New Mexico, and you completely ignored me.
I didn't
Got
even
some
hear
red
you.
wine.
I didn't hear you at all, dude.
Because you were ignoring me.
Danny said she didn't hear you either.
I didn't
You
hear
heard me, didn't you, Joe?
I heard you.
I
Thank
think you're going crazy. I think you said something you didn't.
I did not hear him say New Mexico. I heard him say something about red beans
Thank you.
from Popeyes, but
That was a while back.
This takes place in New Mexico. I think it might have been filmed there. That's what I was trying to
What
tell
is
you,
it?
but fuck me, you know.
What's it called?
Insidious, The Last Key, Chapter 4. I think it's Chapter 4.
I don't know.
there's
Four,
a lot
yeah.
of them filmed out here.
But there's not a lot of horror movies filmed here. There's a
one
lot
movie
of
that
there's
was
a
filmed in Estancia,
there's
New
only
Mexico,
as far as I
but
know,
it's
until
really-
I don't know about that one because that one's new.
Oh,
There was only 3 horror movies that I know of filmed here in New Mexico.
There's one that's like, yeah, there's 4.
There's lots of other movies filmed here.
It's a good one, Royce.
The Hills Have Eyes was filmed here. Fender Bender was filmed here,
I like Fender Bender a lot.
and part of the Hitcher was filmed here.
That makes
Or
sense.
it was the Hitcher remake. I don't remember which one of the two.
There's an old horror movie that was
But
filmed
there's
in
not like
Estancia.
there's not like a lot of horror films that are. Yeah, the Hitcher was filmed in Torrance County.
Yeah, it was very
Um,
old though. There was like a 19.
But anyways, well, you do that when that was
filmed
that
at
was
a
like
my friend's house.
when I was trying to find like when we were doing the slashback for whatever our local area slashes or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That was like hard as fuck to find one.
At least you have movies made there. Tell me how hard it was for me, Joe. I had to do something that nobody even fucking heard of.
Oh, no, I didn't hear Fender Bender until I did that. So I looked for it and I found that movie was fucking cool.
Yeah, Fender Bender's a good movie.
And they don't even have to hire actors.
I think I did the what was it, the Rockville Slayer? Or was it no, it wasn't the Rockville Slayer, I don't think. What the fuck did I do for that? Day of the Animals is an awesome movie. What did I do for that, Joe?
I don't know.
You had heard of it. I know you had heard of it, but I don't think anybody else did.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up getting you a copy of it, if I'm not mistaken.
Joe, I really wish you would watch the Chucky fucking series so we can talk about it.
Like I said, I watched the first two. I just got to catch up.
It's really good.
Because I put an add-on on my Hulu. I got a special deal to get Showtime for like $2,
Nice.
$2.80 or something for the next until like March or something. So that's should be plenty of time to watch all the fucking episodes of the new Dexter, and then cut off Showtime because I don't give a shit about Showtime. So
Yeah,
I
let me
watched
know
the
if it's worth it, Brad.
I
Let me know if
watched
it's
the
worth
first
it.
2 episodes. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the first 2 episodes. I've watched the first 2 episodes. Next one comes out Sunday.
Nice.
It's very. I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, when's this going to happen? Like, it's there's something that happened. I don't want to give anything away, but
Let me
there's
ask
something
you.
that happens in Dexter that's like a trademark of the show. Okay, and it started in the very first episode, and it went all the way to the last episode, and they didn't start it that way in the new ones. I was like, when's this going to start? I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm thinking like, when's this going to start? And then all of a sudden it started. It started. Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know he hasn't killed in a while.
Right.
In the trailer, it said that he hasn't killed in like 10 years.
Right.
Well, the thing that I was wondering when it would started when some shit went down. I'm not going to say what went down, but
Right.
some shit, and it started again finally. But it took till like almost, I think it was episode 2 that it started. It was episode 1 or the end of 1 or 2. I can't remember which. And then the past comes back to haunt right away.
So let me ask, without spoiling anything for anybody who might not have seen the original, does he see a certain somebody the same way he saw like his dad and stuff in the original?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Well, because based on how the
Okay, that's how I said it was going to happen. When I found out who was going to be in the show, I said that I was like, it's either going to be a flashback thing,
yeah,
Right.
or they could retcon the ending
that's what I'm wondering.
because, a lot of people didn't like it.
Mhm.
They did not. They kept the ending. It's still the same ending.
Okay.
Everything's the same. Yes, that what you're thinking does happen.
Okay. That's kind of
And-
because when I saw it in the previews, that's kind of the impression that I got. I was like, it has to be that.
Honestly, yes,
Yeah.
Jay. Honestly, Joe,
That's what I thought
don't
about. Right.
that's one thing about it that I don't know if I like that part of it.
But it kind of makes sense though if you think about
The
it.
way,
Instead of retconning, yeah.
Yeah.
it's hateful. It's
Yeah,
hateful.
but they were up and down anyway.
right,
You know what I
and
mean?
there's a lot more down than up in the.
Yeah,
and
but
I didn't like. I liked when. I don't think she should have ever found out. That was a gripe I had with the original.
Hey, Trini.
I'm trying not to
Hey,
spoil it.
Trini.
I don't know if has anybody here not seen Dexter? Tell me right now if you're in the chat and you've not seen the original Dexter. Tell me now, because I want to
we
talk.
got Corinne and I got into it the other night because we were watching the preview, and I was like, "Wait a minute, isn't that person gone?"
Yeah.
And she said no because she forgot because it's been so long since we've seen the last season.
I can't believe it's been.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to me anyway.
Okay, so Larry hasn't seen it, so I can't talk about it. Great.
Dexter is so good. You definitely got to watch Dexter.
And I was thinking about it too in relation to what we were talking about the other day, Jay. we were talking about like I really think Chucky is my new favorite. It's like my favorite horror show now.
Yeah, it's mine
But I
too.
don't consider I would say I like Dexter more actually, but I don't consider Dexter a horror show.
Yeah, I do.
Suspense.
It's about a
I
serial
don't.
killer.
It's about a serial killer, but it's not horror. There's nothing really
Suspense. I mean,
like for
Okay.
Dexter. There's no. I mean, you're on his side. There is no like. I don't know how to explain it without like totally giving the show away. But
there's some elements.
But there's always a villain, though.
He's not really.
Yeah.
it's not really horror though. It's very.
not.
It's like CSI
It is.
almost meets a serial
Mm.
killer.
I feel like it's literally a show about a
It's
slasher.
so clinical.
Yeah.
It's so clinical. It's so analytic the way they do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a way to break it down. So I think they did it for that reason. So if there's a part of you that can identify with the main character, then that's how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to give it away to Larry. So
Yeah. The Walking
Yeah, I
Dead.
think they had
that's
to
a
do that
horror
to
show.
identify.
I really don't consider it. I consider like almost like I would consider like Sopranos. It's a drama. It's a drama.
oh, it's definitely Dexter's definitely a slasher.
Before I got at my wedding, like when I walked out from like the side, we had the Dexter music play when I
Nice.
That's the music that
He just targets bad people that do bad things. They don't have to be serial killers, but he targets bad people that do bad things. But I've also been told that a certain somebody from the original show, a very high profile person that did die in the original show, is making a return in this too.
yeah.
Really?
So I'm also wondering if that's going to be, you know what I mean, or if it's going to be like a flashback or
I
something.
think it's gonna be a flashback.
Because he is definitely dead. He's definitely dead. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
they've kept the story intact. You can tell. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude! There's a reveal in episode 2
Hey, Mr. Bone.
that like almost
Hey,
I
Mr.
was
Bones.
like, oh my, no way, that sucks.
Huh.
Yeah, you should definitely. Do you have Hulu?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You may look into just getting it for at least Showtime for at least while Dexter's on.
I thought about it.
Oh, of course it did, Trini. You and Rick, anything good?
Hey, Big D.
And you didn't like Dexter.
Put me to sleep. I really,
I think
really
where it got to the closest to being horror was at the end of, I think it's season 2, where with the ice truck killer.
That's one.
Yeah, that's
Is it the
all.
end of,
Yeah.
is it no? I'm not talking
Season one.
Is it
Yeah.
the end of
Season one
season 1? Okay.
It's Ice Truck. Yeah.
And then the one where
Trinity.
no, not Trinity,
That's four.
James Olmos.
Yeah.
No, Jimmy Smits.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Jimmy
is
Smits.
it Jimmy
Yeah.
Smits or is it-
That's season 3. Jimmy Smits. Yeah.
No,
Oh, what about Colin Hanks?
No, not Jimmy Smits. No,
Colin
I'm talking
Hanks.
about- it's like season 5 or 6. It's like season
You're talking
5.
about Colin Hanks then, the biblical one.
No, the biblical one, but it's
Colin Hanks.
it's what's his name?
I'm pretty sure the biblical one was Colin Hanks.
He plays the younger guy. I'm talking about the older guy.
Oh,
The older guy. It's
Come here.
It's Edward James Olmos.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Nice.
forget. What season is that?
that's cool, Big D.
It's like season 5, I think.
Get in here. Oh, come here for a minute.
Season 6. That's what it is. I just looked.
Because
Because season 5 is the Julia Stiles season. Season 6 is that one. James Geller, I think his name is in it.
What's your favorite villain, Joe?
I mean, it's easily Trinity.
Yeah.
For me, it is. I do have to say I do love season 2, how it's like he's not really a villain because he's just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like season 2 has that interesting. It's like he's not really a bad guy, but he's the antagonist of the season.
Right.
I mean, even season 3 with Jimmy Smith, it's like he's just kind of following Dexter's lead, you know?
More or less, yeah.
Trinity just has some of the creepiest episodes to me. Like, I love seeing the flashbacks to Trinity as a kid, like with that song is playing, and
Oh, hell yeah.
it's just some creepy shit. I love
Yeah.
when Dexter like has him strangled and he's dragging him through the kitchen in the house. And then I love when Trinity figures out who Dexter is when he walks in and he's like, "Hello, Kyle."
I'm really not into pop. Every pop I've got, if you notice, was a gift to me. I've never bought one. I don't ever plan on buying one.
I was just curious.
So, Bill got me that one, or did you get? Who got me the big one? Bill.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill got me
Trying to
that
think of
one.
who was the sergeant that got in his way for the first 3 or 4
and
seasons.
Got me one. That's the only ones I ever had.
The sergeant that got in his way for the first 3 or 4 seasons.
That's who I was talking about in season 2. He's not really like a villain, but he's
not a villain at all. Honestly,
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to do the right thing, but he's the antagonist, Dokes.
Yeah.
James,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He's just-
awesome.
He's trying to do the right thing, but he ends up being like Dexter's
But
enemy.
also, well, not really like, but Dexter didn't actually hurt him.
No, that's
It
what I'm
was-
saying.
It was
But
an
in the
accident.
end, look how
But
how that
Dexter,
story.
Dexter was trying to figure out. He knew he couldn't hurt him because it would go against his code because he was innocent.
Yep.
Yep. But he kept getting closer and closer to him.
Yeah.
Didn't it end up in the Everglades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In that little shack. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I've seen the whole show. I gotta
the end of season 2.
watch
I
it.
thought about watching it. I was going to watch it now that I've got Showtime because I don't have all the seasons yet.
I
I've got
do.
like seasons 1, 2,
I got them all.
4, 6. I'm missing a couple, but they're all on Showtime now instead of Netflix. So Showtime
Yeah.
is its own service now. And I was gonna, but I'm like, no, I don't want to watch them while I'm watching the new one. I want to wait.
Yeah, Dexter.
The last season just bothered me. It just, I don't know.
I didn't mind the last season. I didn't mind the ending either. I don't know why people got all pissy about it.
I don't know. It just, maybe it was partly because I didn't want it to end. I don't know.
There was actually parts in the show before that bothered me. Like, I don't think that Deb should have ever,
Yeah, found out.
I also don't think that what happened with
It was
Lagarde
inevitable, though. It was inevitable.
I don't think it was inevitable. I
It
think
was
they could have
inevitable.
gone without it. I also don't think that what happened with Lagarda was necessary. I mean, I think they tried to get a little more complicated than they had to in some seasons.
Well, they had to wrap it up. I
It
mean,
also follows the book too.
yeah.
I didn't
Did
even
you
know
read
there was
those?
a book. Okay, see, I
Joe?
didn't even know there was a book.
They're based on a
Dreaming
book.
Darkly Dexter or something.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Didn't even
My,
know that.
I used to talk to my daughter about Dexter and her now it's her husband, but her husband's mom read all the books.
Would you go see what they're in?
I'm going to.
Did you read them, Joe?
Oh, do me a favor.
Only the first one.
No, never mind. I just took some when I left the office. Oh, I've got a huge headache.
My tooth stopped hurting. It's not swollen anymore. I don't know what was up with that.
I don't know. You know what? Grab my backpack. I got my Valium in the backpack. Would you grab it?
I want one.
I've had a headache since earlier today, and I took some right as I was leaving work. I popped some ibuprofen, so it's only been
Both Corinne and I have as well. I wonder if it has
almost
something to do with the
2
weather.
hours.
The weather here has changed pretty drastically.
Oh, dude, here too. Last night I didn't realize it. I was in the shower. Not yesterday, but the day that my boss was coming,
Yeah.
and I got all lathered and everything, and I was rinsing off. and my pressure started to drop and drop, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And I thought we were running out of water, even though I knew our tank should be like at least half full. I was like, "Shouldn't be running out of water. What the fuck?" And I was
Got
like,
cold
it
quick.
kept dropping, and then all of a sudden my water just stopped. So what that means is the only water we actually had was the water that was in the pipes.
Yeah.
Because probably where it froze was right by the tank, because the tank is out away from my house, and then the pipe. Okay, at the bottom of the tank, the tank's above ground.
Yeah. What keeps your tank from freezing, Brad?
The fact that it's really fucking fat and wide, and
Oh.
it will freeze the top. There was like 2 feet of ice on the about a foot of ice or 2 feet of ice at the top of it once. But there's a pipe that comes out and goes right into the ground, right?
Right.
And I've wrapped a bunch of fucking like foam around it and stuff like that to keep from freezing.
Good idea.
I need to put a box thing over it too, like a box with some insulation in it.
Yeah, that would probably work out good.
Well, once it goes underground, there's another box. You dig a hole, and the pipe goes down, then it goes across, right?
Yeah.
And you put this box over it that's got 2 U shapes on the end, and it's like a and you put it down in there, and then there's a lid for the box you put on top, and inside that box is the valve to turn it on and off. And then the pipe goes back into the ground and goes down 6 feet. So that part, once it gets down that deep, it's not supposed to freeze.
Right.
Then it runs all the way to the pump house, which is on the other side of my house, comes back up into the pump house, into the pump. And that's usually where it freezes sometimes. But when I know it's going to be really fucking cold, I have a little space heater out there. I turn it on in the pump house. And I just let it run all fucking winter. But I didn't realize it was like that. It was like fucking 60 degrees when I went to bed.
Right.
And it got
cold
down
as shit.
I was like, Denny's like, it's really cold. I was like, it can't be that bad. It's like, it's warm in here. And it wasn't like,
Dude.
the heater wasn't going though, but it was still warm. I looked at my phone. It said it was 13 degrees. I was like,
We
holy
dropped
shit.
40 degrees. We went from 71 to 31. We dropped 40 degrees.
Yeah, it just got cold.
It was crazy.
We were way below freezing. And then last night it got only up to 20. We were leaving Guar. I'll tell you what, I'm glad that I watched the show from the bar area because I didn't get wet at all. You know how Guar shows are. I didn't get wet at all.
Yeah.
But I've been there where it's been fucking freezing cold coming out of Guar ICP covered in soda.
Yeah.
Covered in fucking liquid, and you're freezing off. There were people that were fucking freezing coming out. I was like, been there, done that. I'm old now, man. I'm old and tired. I can watch it from the bar.
See?
I don't even really drink most of the time. I just get the stamp so I can find a sit back there.
The fuck is this? Oh, cold as the night. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was fun.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun.
I even sent pictures to my dad. I sent them to my uncle too. My uncle's like, "Who the fuck is that?" I was like, "Guar." He's like, I've never heard of it. I was like, "Yeah, you have. You just don't remember." We used to talk about Guar all the time, me and Josh in front of him, and he'd be like, he used to say the same thing then. I don't know who the fuck that is. My uncle's into like classic rock stuff, like Journey and shit. My dad, he knows who Guar is. When I told him I was going to see, he was like, "They're still fucking playing."
They've been around a long time. Yeah, Corinne kind of had the same look on her face when I told her you went to see them. I was like, they've been around probably since the late 80s, I would imagine. Mid to late 80s.
1985, I think.
Yep.
Well, this is the 30th anniversary of Scumdogs, and Scumdogs their first album or the second album? I don't remember. So, at least 30 years. So, that was Scumdogs would have been 1990 something, 91. So they were a band in like the late 80s. Who did Gore for him? I can't remember.
What the hell? Holiday cooking made easier. Okay.
Okay, yeah, 1984.
Oh, wow. I knew they'd been around since the 80s.
I mean, and I really like the new lead singer, Blowthor. Blowthor is actually the original Beefcake the Mighty. He was Beefcake before he was Blowthor. And the new Beefcake the Mighty, because they've had different people in the costumes. You know what I mean? Over the years,
Yeah.
but the only person that was ever the same was Odorous. I think he's the only one that's original. Like, as some have come and gone and come back,
Yeah.
But Gore,
That's got to be hard, though, dude. Wearing them outfits on stage and with that heat.
The only one that really looks like it's that awkward is Ballsack, the Jaws of Death, because he has those fucking hooves. He has like those devil or goat hooves.
Yeah.
Thing. And you ever look at his leg? I don't know how he fucking walks in that shit.
Ballsack.
Arthur in the Sega Genesis Beavis and Butthead video game, their mission is to get to a Gore concert.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. They're a metal band, dude. They're fucking amazing, though. They're a lot of fun, Trini.
I don't have one of their albums, which is kind of weird.
Oh, I got a lot of their albums.
Yeah, I don't have one of their albums. I always thought they were cool, but I never really went to.
Think of them as like a monster horror movie on stage while playing metal.
Right.
Like really hardcore metal.
I've seen some of their stage stuff.
Oh, dude, they're fucking. If you've never seen Gore live, that's an experience you need to have.
So lost right now.
I'm trying to get my dad to come down and go to a Gore show with me.
You think he would like it?
Huh?
You think he would like it?
I think he would laugh his ass off and be like, "They're fucking stupid." He would laugh his ass off, but I think he would have a blast.
Yeah.
It's not his kind of music, He likes the hardest metal my dad likes is like hair metal, like 80s. He's a big Motley Crue fan, likes Poison, Bon Jovi.
Really?
I don't consider
That's
Bon Jovi
cool, man. That's
hard
cool.
rock, yeah. Yeah, my dad's a big Kiss fan. He was
hell yeah.
Kiss Army,
Yep.
But he would just get a kick out of watching him. No, Trini, it's not. It's probably not. But I'm telling you, man, anybody goes to their show, you're gonna have fun regardless. There was a lot of people there that it ain't their thing. Like, and Gore's done the Gathering. They've toured with ICP. They've toured with Rap Acts. They've toured with a lot of different people, and they do a lot of different stuff. And everybody always has fun. Gore is just fucking. Like, they've killed every president on stage since 1985, since Reagan. Dude, they killed Ronald Reagan on stage. They killed fucking George Bush on stage, George Bush Jr., fucking Obama, fucking Bush, or not Bush, I just said him, Clinton, fucking, God, what's his name? Last President Trump. Thank you, sorry. And last night, they killed fucking Joe Biden, which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, 30th anniversary of Scum Dogs.
Yep, I bought it.
The CD.
Mm-hmm. They have a special edition.
Yeah, I saw it in here on
I bought
Amazon.
It. It was $20 at the show. I only spent $50, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, they had the audio CD for the 30th anniversary from Amazon for $10.
Technically, I used Bill's money that he was sending to Dave.
Oh, did he get the Amazon thing?
I was getting paid the next day, sir. I was getting paid this morning.
Yeah.
So I hit up Dave. I was like, dude, do you mind if I send you that money over just in the morning instead of tonight? Because I would really like to buy a shirt at the concert.
Did he get the Amityville box set from him? Good.
Yeah, I paid him for that like a week ago. And then he got some more stuff from him.
Yeah, I did too. I have my mom and my daughter bought me some of his stuff for Christmas. So I bought his entire Troma collection.
Nice.
Yeah. Didn't Dave have placenta? Teenage placenta?
Talking about the thingy?
Yeah. Thought Dave had it. The fuck are you doing, dude?
Gonna get on to my kids.
Oh. Been to some show before I haven't. Oh, nice.
Get over
Yeah.
here. Get over here.
He's working on a movie in LA right
What
now.
is the problem?
I was talking. I was talking, and I was trying to read a story, and then I keep talking.
You're not supposed to read a story. You're supposed to be going to sleep.
I was going.
Stop your whining. All I hear is you whining in there. You sound like a little baby bitch. Do you want to sound like that?
No,
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
then stop. Okay?
thanks it's Christmas.
No, it's not. I'm not raising any Karen Juniors.
Oh boy.
Come here. Give me hugs. Go in there and go to sleep.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
And you tell Miranda to stop talking because Daddy said so. Or else Daddy will come in there and tell her to stop talking.
I hear you, Trini. That's all we're doing. Same old crap.
Mm. Technically, he's doing a couple of movies right now.
Yeah, that's true. You saw the other one?
There's something weird about that. I don't know if I really want to see any of that.
I do. I just thought
don't.
R2 coming in was just hysterically funny.
I just don't.
You don't like porn mixed with your R2D2?
I don't like porn mixed with my Dave.
Oh. With your Dave. If it's there, you might as well film it. Why not?
I'm just keeping. People do what they do what they want to do. I'm just gonna sit here and keep my mouth shut, throw up my horns.
We're not exactly sure, Art. It's been kind of on the down low.
He told me what it was about.
Maybe I just never asked then.
I thought he told all of us. I mean, he didn't give us the whole fucking storyline, but he gave us the basic drift of what it's like.
Well, you know, it's a slasher movie, so yeah.
No.
No. Where the hell is Joe at?
Didn't he say it was like? Oh fuck! What's that movie called? I just forgot it. Oh well.
Malignant?
Yes.
Did you watch that?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to, and I meant to watch it while it was on HBO, and I think it's off already. I really want to see One Night in Soho too. That looks so cool.
I don't know. I want to see it still, but Joe had some pretty pointed things to say
But
about
we
it.
talked about how much he still liked the movie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I'm tired of all the messages. I'm
it
tired
just
of it.
looks good though. It looks really good in the trailer.
You can make a movie good. You don't need all that in it. Like you said, the whole Karen thing, I'm just tired of all of it.
That was one of my favorite lines in Chucky.
But
Was it this episode or the episode before? Where Chucky calls what's her name a Karen in training.
yeah.
I love that.
That was funny. I'm really digging the show.
I am too. It's so good.
It's really good, and it's kind of got that wacky feel to it, like Bride and Seed a little bit too.
Not quite as it's not that over the top
No, but
and
it's
cheesy. Like certain parts of it are, but they're like the Nika Tiffany thing that's going on right now is a little cheesy.
yeah,
But they said that on purpose it was supposed to be.
yeah,
But like
Yeah.
I've just really been enjoying it, really been loving it. And I love that we get this back origin story for Chucky.
yeah. Me too.
And it's not like Michael Myers. The thing that makes Michael Myers is that he had no origin, that he was just,
Well, I mean, he has an origin. It's just not all explained.
well, like it was like what made his motivation or whatever. But Chucky was different. Chucky and Freddy, they were both different. They were talkers.
Yeah.
They, we got more with each movie of what Chucky's past was like, especially with Bride and Curse. Bride and Curse gave us the most backstory.
Yeah,
Bride, Curse, in the original. Because in the original, we find out that he's into voodoo, and then we find out about his partner, and all that stuff. Which I
Yeah.
like that too. That came back up again in the show.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Eddie Caputo.
Yeah. And
We just watched
a lot
it.
of fun.
We just watched Eddie Caputo. Remember? What the hell was it?
What?
So Jason and I, we just watched something with Eddie Caputo. What was it?
Child's Play.
It was something else we watched, and I was like, you know who that is? It's Eddie Caputo. Can't remember what movie it was.
Oh,
you
you
know?
mean the guy that plays Eddie Caputo in the original?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
What the fuck was it?
And the only quote unquote CGI that I've noticed they used in the show so far was when they superimposed the doll Chucky face over the teenage Chucky face, remember?
Yeah.
And that looked cool. It looked fucking creepy as hell.
Some of the blood looks like it was a little bit of
According to what
CGI.
Ted Mancini said, they have not done any CGI on the
Really?
blood or special effects. None at all.
Huh.
Yeah, none for Chucky either. Somebody tweeted something at him like, I liked all this, even the CGI where you made Chucky run or something. And he's like, there is no CGI use on Chucky at all in this show.
Yeah.
It's all, and you can tell when there's an actor. Like when Chucky was jumping up and down trying to swipe it. You
Yeah.
can tell it's an actor, like in the thing. I love the Chucky show.
Me too.
Absolutely love it. It's been such a blast. And some people are saying it's a woke show. I don't look at it that way.
It's a
I
what?
look at it, they're saying it's a woke show because it's got the main character's gay. I look at it as this is the way gay, not gay, like, yes, gay. Okay, I'm going to say this. This is the way gay characters should be written in stories to where it's natural, where it doesn't feel like they're forcing it because it's gay.
Right.
They're doing it very, but the only reason that people even brought up the fact that, oh yeah, well, it's a thing. It's because they're younger and they're going through it for the first time in their lives,
Yeah.
But the way they do it, like this relationship that's between the two, the main character and his love interest, it's like so natural the way they did it. Like
It does. It
just
does. Yep.
like when they had their first kiss,
Mm-hmm.
and then they like he fell down and he tripped and they were laughing and stuff.
Yeah.
To me, that was like any girl guy couple of that
Exactly.
age having
I
their
agree with
first
that.
kiss. It's always awkward. It's always kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't go, oh my god, it's their gay kiss. No, it was just their kiss. That's
Yeah.
all.
I agree with that.
But a lot of it, I think, and the reason why I dig it too is because for the first time in the entire franchise, I mean, people can argue whatever they want about, Tom Holland and everything else. Don Mancini is the creator of Child's Play. He is the creator of Chucky.
Right.
He thought up the story. He did it all. He wrote it. He may not have come up with the concept look. He had people come in to help him with that. Tom
Mhm.
Holland helped him with that. Who's the guy that designed the first doll? I forget his name.
Basically a My Buddy doll. You know,
Yeah, but he's really big in the fucking horror world. I can't. King. I don't remember. his
Stan
name.
Winston. Is it Stan Winston?
No, it's not
I
Stan
can't
Winston.
remember.
It's Yeah, my point is that in all that stuff, Don never really put any of himself in the story. In this show, the main character is literally based on him.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that he's doing that because it gives it a personal touch. And
Yeah, I agree.
you know, and I'm
And
also
the kid's
glad
likable
that
too. The kid's likable. He's a likable kid.
They're good kids.
Yeah.
He does make some weird faces sometimes, though.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
Fucking
does.
Hair with that hair of his, I'm like, dude, stop making that face. Stop. That's weird. Stop.
Yep.
Like when he's
I'm with you on
upset or
that.
something, that face, that look he gets, you know. I'm like, are you okay? Or are you gonna have a stroke or something?
I agree with you kind of, Trini, but the only thing I disagree with is that the older the kids are, the more believable they would be to not only the parents but the police.
They're
if you
ninth graders, so
Stick them
it's
in
like-
middle school or at the beginning of high school, they're still young enough where you can dismiss everything they say
Mhm.
as lies or telling stories. You know,
I believe they're ninth graders, aren't they?
I'm not sure.
So, like, yes, it's a middle school in their school, but where I went to high school, ninth grade was high school. You know,
Yeah.
they're all in the 14 to 16 year range, or
Yeah.
14 to 15 year range. So, and did you like? Did you
Don't
like,
give it away. Joe hasn't seen it yet.
let me see. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. Did you like the Pulp Fiction part of the story?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I liked it. I was like, holy shit. But I'm trying to figure out how the hell. And then they say that he was an escape. I was like, he was never actually in the thing, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I thought that was cool because I saw that. I was like, damn, that's Pulp Fiction right there.
yeah, that's all I was thinking. I was either going to say Men in Black, and I was like, no, not Men in Black. It was more Pulp Fiction-ish.
Joe will pick it up right away.
I don't know. It was so
It's pretty
cool.
awesome.
It's also kind of like one of those things that's with this show, like in a lot of horror movies, you have to kind of set your skepticism and disbelief of things aside.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't really see that people doing that, you know, like
Right.
but it was fucking cool. It was really fun. And it shows what I love. It shows how it picked up after Curse, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. And Cult too. I mean, they've been
Cult. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Cult.
they've been throwing nods to both of them.
But they're throwing nods to all the movies.
Yep. And they even mentioned the military academy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's mentioned all of it. Yeah, like they throw nods at Curse when they talk about when they bring Nick and they talk about, you know, and they show all the clips of the family dying.
Right.
And then they throw, of course, nods to Cult.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And then, of course, they throw nods to part 2, where fucking they
Kyle.
show the parts of part 2 where they're running around as little kids.
Yep.
And then Chucky and Fiona playing young Charles Lee Ray.
That's awesome.
It looks so like him. I'm like, oh my god, it looks perfect.
That's pretty cool.
Bill didn't get it. He didn't notice either. I was like, do you see who it is? Can you tell? He's like, who is it? I was like, it's Fiona Dorff.
I watched the after show and they told me, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Really? It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun. I mean, Child's Play has never been my favorite franchise in horror, but I've always loved it. It's always held a special place for me. And seeing this show do justice to every single part of it.
It's
been
always
a lot
been
of
my
fun.
third favorite franchise. Always been my third favorite.
Yeah, I've always loved it.
I always liked it more than I always thought. And lately, over the last few years, I've noticed, especially since I've been with you guys, and we've done so much surrounding it.
I get that, Trini. Yeah,
I've really
that makes
gotten
sense.
to like
Friday the 13th more than I used to. Now, I always liked Friday the 13th stuff. I always did. I've always loved it, but to me, it was the farther down on the list. But part of that is just because Chucky is such a magnetic,
Yeah, they are. They are in middle school. Yeah, that's cool. I get that. Trini. I was just saying that the sexuality, yes, but the believability, I think.
No, actually, Trini, that really comes into play. Actually, they're confused by it.
Yeah,
there is a lot of confusion about it in the show. They're showing that. They're showing all this stuff, and that's why I said it's very natural. It's a very natural kind of progression. They're not like shoving an agenda with so many other things down your throat. They're just kind of showing these kids. And like I said, Don Mancini kind of based some of it off his own life, and it's like, I didn't even know Don was gay till about, I don't know, 7, 8 years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, somewhere in there.
I didn't know it until they started the show.
I didn't know he was gay till I started interacting with him on Twitter. He and I, there was one night back when Trump was getting elected, because Don Mancini was an anti-Trump person.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
I'll be right back.
And I voted for Trump. So we were having a conversation. We actually struck up a conversation on Twitter, and we talked for like an hour. And I told him how much I love the movies, and and it was a really good, like, solid, respectful conversation. Like Joe has said a million times, you can like or not like somebody, you can vote for somebody and still not be a jerk.
Exactly.
So that being said, I do wish a lot of actors and people that are not in the political circles
would shut up about it.
Yeah, just because you're an actor, yes, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I get that for sure. If I can spout mine, why can't they spout theirs? But when you are a person like that and you do have a platform, people have a tendency to follow what you say.
They take advantage of it sometimes.
I think you need to watch a little more. And sometimes, you talk out your ass and you're talking out your ass. And, if I'm Bronco Juggalo, 1,142 subscribers talking out my ass, that's one thing. Nobody gives a fuck outside my little tiny corner. But when you're fucking Stephen King or Mark Hamill or fucking Ted Nugent or anybody that's got a big, giant fucking following of any, and you say something, you better know what the fuck you're talking about. Or, besides, I kind of am a jerk sometimes like that. It's like, just shut up and entertain me.
I just find it funny because the politicians themselves don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So why should we believe the celebrities who are in politics? I mean,
well, I'm not just talking about politics either. There's lots of different subjects, that like celebrities seem to have an opinion on that, like, gets them. I'm like, really? Just shut up, dude.
Yeah, it's like
So this lady comes in to get a loan today, right?
Yep.
And it turns out she works for a homeless thing, like outreach shelter program.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about how bad the homeless problem in Albuquerque has gotten. It's like reached epidemic proportions in Albuquerque. It's that bad. And we were talking, I was saying, I really feel like this country has its priorities messed up.
Yeah.
Like, my boss was all super happy last week because Britney Spears is now free to run her own life or whatever. I'm like, here's my issue with this country. And yes, should Britney Spears be allowed to fine, whatever. If she wants to fuck herself up, that's her problem. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. So nobody should be in charge of.
Yeah.
If she's working her ass off for the money, somebody shouldn't be telling her, no, you can't do this, but you're going to do that, and I'm going to spend your money,
Exactly.
That, whatever. But everybody was like fucking fascinated by that. Like, half the country was wrapped up in that shit.
Yep.
To the point where it was making headline news across the country.
Mm-hmm.
what is wrong with our country that we care more about the financial situation of Britney fucking Spears
I know.
when we got people starving on our streets? You know, and then they're getting turned into crackheads left, right, and center. You know, because they got nothing else to do. You know, and so I was talking to her. You remember how we were talking about how the governors of California and Washington were like sending people by the busloads down here,
Yep.
and over to Arizona.
Mhm.
Well, turns out I was right about that, and she told me that they're not the only ones. We do it too here in New Mexico. They like, I don't even see why people hitchhike anymore. You ever seen hitchhikers going down the highway? What the fuck are they doing that for? All you have to do is go to your local shelter, tell them that you would rather be in this city or that city, and they'll give you a free bus ticket. They will buy you a bus ticket and give you a bunch of coupons or cash to help you get out there. Like, for real, they buy them fucking bus tickets and they put them on the bus and send them wherever they want to go. I was like, holy shit, you're serious? You really do that? I've been talking about this and I've heard the rumors and I wasn't totally sure if I believed it or not, but it's actually true. But we're not, but those aren't the only ones that are doing it. It's not just California and Washington. I guess we do it too. So if they decide they want to go be in Providence, Rhode Island instead of New Mexico, we'll give them a bus ticket to Providence.
They do that with a lot of the illegal immigrants that come across the border. There was actually one in a group that was on its way to my state recently, and he, of course, was caught committing a murder, and it was found out that he had felony charges previously, and he was literally on his way here. So that works out well all the time.
I just think it's fucked up that we, like you said, we care more about a celebrity or what Kim Kardashian is doing this day.
Yeah.
Like, she made headlines again, holding hands with some dude or something.
Yeah, Pete.
Like, I see, you even know who. I don't know who the fuck. I just saw it real quick.
Yeah, it's just because it's everywhere. I know.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yep.
In God's honest truth, I really don't give a fuck about, and I know you do, but I didn't give a fuck about that kid in the trial thing.
Well, I did because my point is, this wasn't about him. This was about our right to defend ourselves, you know?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, like, for me, all that shit, after a while of watching all of it, it was just like, okay, I'm tired of watching. I just don't give a fuck. It's like, stop. I'm tired of seeing it all the time. People want to be stupid and act a fool. Let them act a fool. I don't care what. Just leave me the fuck out of it. That's how I'm feeling. Like, leave me, like we said earlier, you know? They're over here. They're over here. They're all shouting at each other. Here comes the media, puts a big old hat on top of it. And I'm just over here like, I don't care. Leave me the fuck alone. You know, that's how I'm feeling. I just don't give a fuck. You know?
Are you watching the news now, Joe?
Yeah, Ben, but like I was saying,
a while ago, yeah.
even New Mexico does it, dude. New Mexico will, if they ask for a ticket somewhere, they'll send them. It's not just California them doing it. They all do it. It's just fucking.
You're a Britney fan. That's funny.
You know, but it reminds me back in like the fucking Michael Jackson trials. And everybody knows I love Michael Jackson. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. And I don't believe he committed the crimes they say he did. I have never thought he did. But it's kind of pathetic that as a country, as a society, we care more about stuff like that or the O.J. Simpson trial than we do about people dying on our streets and fucking, like, you know, you got inner city fucking gang problems and drive-by and all this shit that's happening all the fucking Albuquerque's getting terrible. There was a fucking drive-by in the Rich neighborhood the other day. You know, killed a bunch of people. Like,
we just hit our 303 homicide for this year.
We hit our 100th. The 100th homicide in the city of Albuquerque. And that's
303 for Baltimore.
Homicides, confirmed ones.
Yep, 303.
It's a record. I'm like, holy shit, you know, we have real fucking issues in this country, but we care more about bullshit.
I don't think that trial was bullshit, but I mean, I understand what you're saying.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about like we would rather watch the O.J. Simpson trial. Back in the day, you remember everybody watched the O.J. Simpson trial.
I was one of them.
But there's a bunch. There's like 15 fucking drive-bys an hour there in the country, and nobody gave a fuck. That didn't make national headlines. You put a Chinese guy up in a tower at the University of Virginia shooting people, that makes national headlines.
That's
you
true.
put a white guy in Vegas shooting people at a concert, that makes national headlines. You put a black guy in Washington, D.C. and a sniper with a sniper rifle in the back of a van, that makes national headlines. But yet, in like the inner cities and shit like that, it's like Tiny Lister said once, growing up, there was a drive-by every other day on his fucking school, at his school.
Yeah.
And nobody cared. There was no media coverage. There was no Columbine vigils. There was none of that.
Well, they pick and choose what they care about.
Exactly.
They always have.
And
anything that they can glorify too. The media is bad. This country is.
It's agenda driven.
Oh my God.
There's a
You got that
billboard.
right.
I wanted to take a picture of it to send to Joe, and I missed it because I was driving too fast. It said, "Turn off all media," or something. It says, "Turn off all something media." I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, "Yes, definitely," because it's all crap. I don't care where it comes from. That's why I used to watch the BBC. And even that now is fucking old. I used to watch the BBC America news because I thought it would be like a, impartial kind of thing, because it's an outsider view,
Well, you got to support. I mean,
they got their own agenda too.
You have to support the journalists that are actually filming what's actually happening. And there are some out there. The problem is like these big companies are the ones that are fabricating everything,
Popcorn.
manufacturing it to their own.
Nah, I'm good.
There's actual journalists out there that are trying to get the truth out, and people don't want to hear it because people just want to hear what they want to hear.
They wanted to fit their agenda.
That's it. I've been watching this trial for the past 3 weeks. This went on, and I literally, like I told you guys, I watched every minute of this fucking trial. If I were to watch the mainstream media telling me about it, they're completely lying. Not even just faking; they're lying about a lot of things. But to watch the trial with your own eyes and hear everything and see the evidence, it makes you literally understand how terrifying the mainstream media is. Because they're literally it's fake. That's not news. They're telling you what they want you to believe. All someone had to do was watch the trial and realize, holy shit, like why am I being lied to? It's a scary thing.
See, Trini, that's what I'm trying to say is I do care about it. That's what I'm saying. There is shit going on at my front door, basically, like you just said, that is more important than fucking Kim Kardashian getting boned up the ass by Ray J. Okay? There is more important shit going on in our world than fucking Britney Spears' fucking financial situation.
A minute or
No.
earlier. It doesn't taste burnt.
Like
It's
right
not
here
really
in my
good.
fucking town, like 3 fucking chicks set Walmart on fire while their 3 other bitch friends were on the other side of the store trying to rob the place.
That reminds me of South Park. Burn it down! Burn it down!
But they did it to rob the fucking place. Look,
I'm just kidding. I
we
mean,
got
South
people
Park
out
makes
of
me laugh.
fucking work right now during the holidays. We got a community that fucking Walmart. Say what you want about Walmart. That fucking Walmart supports like 6 different fucking communities in the rural areas. That's where people go for everything. I mean, now people are like, what the fuck, People are driving their fucking cars through the Family Dollar General windows to go in and steal shit. Some guys robbed all 3 banks and like, it's like I live out here. I moved out here to get away from all that shit.
Ow, fuck.
There's more. I lived in the fucking inner cities for years. There's a reason why I live where I live. It's supposed to be quiet and You know? But there's more important shit in this world than whatever happens to be on the fucking news channel. I mean, I can't drive downtown. Going to that show last night, or just working. I got to work this morning. There was 3 homeless people sleeping in front of my fucking store, in front of my fucking office.
Did you jump them with a skateboard?
No, I told them all to leave. I said, guys, I'm opening for business. You got to go. They all just picked up and left. You know?
Trini, the thing is, I'm not saying that a lot of people would see it that way, but just because that's an injustice to you doesn't mean that he should be treated unjustly. And I think that's the problem people are having. They're saying, well, if it was me or if it was somebody else, then they would have been found guilty. That would be wrong, yes, but that doesn't mean that he should have to pay for it because someone else is treating somebody else wrong. Like, self-defense is self-defense. So this was clearly self-defense. If anybody's denying that, they're fucking blind, deaf, or fucking dumb, because there's videos to watch where he's defending himself, being attacked by other white people. So people are trying to say that it's a racist thing. It's not about that. Not everything has to be about racism. Like, he shot 3 other white guys who were attacking him, who would have killed him had he not killed them. That's the whole point of the Second Amendment. That's the whole point of self-defense. I'm not saying, nobody is denying that there aren't injustices, but those injustices need to be fixed by being fixed, not by taking it out on somebody else. It's not Kyle Rittenhouse's problem that other people are being unjust. It's not fair to him. He has every right to defend himself just as you would or anybody else. That's the problem that we have with society. Everybody wants to say, well, this would happen to me, so it should happen to that person too. Well, no. Why don't everybody be treated the proper way instead of saying, well, if someone's unjust here, then someone else is to be treated unjustly? I think that's the problem we're having. There's so much negativity. Everybody is so worried about, well, you know, if they deserve the same thing as this person. Everybody, yes, but it should be the opposite. Like, it's just very frustrating to me. It's like, again, the kid is clearly innocent. He didn't go there with malice. He wasn't there murdering anybody.
The one thing I'll say that, because like I said, I didn't watch it. I don't know what happened. I haven't seen any videos, so I can't speak on it. I really can't. I don't know what the fuck happened. I heard that he shot some people. That's all I heard. I heard some people saying that he was racist, this or that. I've heard some people say it's self-defense. I have not seen a thing about it. I have not watched a thing about it. I cannot speak on it.
Okay, then.
But one thing that I will say, though, is why was he there in the first place?
Because his dad lives there. His grandparents live there. His aunt lives there. He works there. His friend lives there.
If my daughter...
Him and his friends were asked to protect No, you spawn. Let me talk. Because you said you didn't watch any of it. Because this is the problem. This is the misinformation. That's what everybody uses the excuse. He shouldn't have been there. First of all, even if he shouldn't have, he still has the right to defend himself. So it's still self-defense. Nobody should attack anybody anywhere, period. Secondly, he had every right to be there, just as the rioters did. The people that he shot all came from further destinations than he did. He's 15 minutes away from the place where his father lives, his grandmother lives, where he worked. It was a community where he was brought up. He was asked, along with his friends, to protect the businesses that were getting burned to the ground because the fucking cops were asked to stand down.
That right there bothers me. Why the fuck would you ask a kid to defend your business?
Nobody else was doing it. It's called a patriotic act. Nobody else was stepping up, so this group of kids did. They were 17, 18. Some of them were in their 20s.
And all I'm saying, this isn't fucking Red Dawn. If I found out that my 17-year-old daughter was out there with a fucking gun, I would have beaten her fucking ass.
I mean,
kids do not need to be out with guns, period.
Yeah, you can say that, but guess what? Everybody questioning the gun thing. If he didn't have the gun, he'd be fucking dead. So you know what? Thank God he had it.
He shouldn't have been out there in the first place, though. Kids shouldn't be involved in that kind of shit.
Oh my God! So he can go hunting and stuff in Wisconsin. That's okay, but he can't protect himself with a gun, which is why we have gun laws.
I would not put my child. You know who should have been on trial is his father. I would not put my child in a dangerous situation like that.
Then the fucking rioters shouldn't have been there, burning shit to the ground.
There's a difference between out there hunting where nobody's trying to kill you or hurt you, you know. You know, I don't know anything about what he did. I'm not talking about his trial. I'm not talking about what he did or did not do. I am asking why he was there in the first place with a gun as a kid. I use guns all the time, Andrew, and I'll fight you 100% on that. I am a huge gun buff, and I've got hundreds of them. And my children don't touch.
I think people who clearly don't understand gun rights and don't understand what America was founded on shouldn't comment on guns. Period. I mean, all due respect. I'm just saying, like, America is becoming the stupid fucking country that it is because of people's thoughts on this shit. The Second Amendment is there for a reason. If we're all just gonna, it shouldn't have been because of this, and we don't pick and choose. Everybody has the right to do it. He didn't break any gun laws, hence why he wasn't tried for any gun laws. He didn't break any laws by going to another state because he didn't break any fucking laws, so he wasn't tried for that. The trial was it self-defense or not?
Yes, that's why I just said, Joe. I'm not speaking on the trial. I'm not speaking on anything I don't know anything about. I'm simply asking why a kid was in a situation that a kid shouldn't have been in.
Because men wouldn't step up and do it themselves. That's why.
Well, then maybe the men should be the ones getting the talking to and being the ones getting in trouble.
Yeah, and so should the rioters that were there fucking burning buildings. But
I'm not disagreeing with that either.
No, I know that. I'm just fired up because this is what's been happening for these last 3 weeks. Everybody's like, well, he shouldn't have done this. He still has the right to defend himself. And if he didn't have the gun, he'd be dead. So that's not how it works, people.
You know, I don't believe that kids should be handling guns without supervision. You know, that my niece literally shot herself in the head because she had access to a gun safe she shouldn't have had access to.
Oh yeah, I know someone who did too.
I mean, there's no reason for that. You know, Andrew, you can stay, dude. Nobody's mad at you. For real, bro. You got the right to your opinion as well. I just said that I will argue the opinion. We can have a conversation. We always have been able to.
Oh, hey, I didn't even see Andrew. How you doing, Andrew? I was like, who the fuck is Andrew? I didn't see his comments in there. I didn't know who you were talking to. No, exactly, Trini. That's what I'm saying.
Trini, you have no idea, dude. Oh my
absolutely. God. Absolutely. And I blame the governor more than anything because the governor asked the cops to stand down when all this was going on. And that was the problem. People were trying to call the cops, the fire department, and they weren't being allowed in. So these buildings were literally burning to the ground. People were getting beat and everything else, and nobody was doing anything about it. I mean, you can't just continue like that.
No, Trini, Joe's just fired up about the whole media coverage of the situation. No,
everybody with a fucking gun. If the kid doesn't show up with an assault rifle, he'd be dead. So keep saying. Keep spewing it. I mean, you can say it all you want, but if he didn't have the rifle, he'd be dead.
All I'm saying is I wouldn't let my child in that situation. Just like we talked about this, like in Halloween Kills, right? You remember what's her name fucking goes off against her mother's wishes and gets a gun and they let her. And then at the end of the movie, the dad of her boyfriend's like, what did I just fucking do? I brought my kids to this. That's the kind of mentality I've got going here. Like, if I was Karen, I would have found my daughter and whooped her ass. Like, that's all it was. The kind of thing I'm trying to say is, like, it shouldn't have even been brought to that. If there are people rioting down Main Street, I don't want my daughter going down there to do something about it. You know, if I think something needs to be done, I'll go take care of it. You know, but I'm not going to have my kid go. Hell no. We're supposed to be protecting our children, not putting them in danger.
But how does that make it his problem? Like I understand what you're saying.
I'm not
saying necessarily to you. I'm saying people in general keep saying that. But this is the problem with what was doing. The media was treating him like a monster, like he was this monster kid there to start trouble, which he was not. There's clearly videos showing him because he has medical training. He was helping people medically. He was putting out fires. He was not starting any trouble with anybody. The rioters were threatening him, were attacking him, all this stuff. So he was just there to help. So whether people believe he should have been there or not, that still gives him the right to defend himself. He shouldn't have to stand there and just be attacked and say, okay, well, you can beat me up and kill me because I shouldn't have been here in the first place. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. So it just doesn't make sense. And yeah, exactly, Trini. I agree. And that was the problem. The freaking governor should not have told the cops to stand down. This should have been
Yes, I heard that too. Did they actually order the police
to stand down
to like not do something? That was like
this was August
that's
2020.
mind-boggling to me.
This was
like,
August 2020 when all those riots were going on, and Trump even said, "Send in the National Guard." And the governor of Wisconsin said, "Nope, we're not doing it. I've asked the law enforcement to stand down." And then all this stuff started happening. I mean, there was literally buildings burning to the ground, to gravel, because nobody was stepping in. So as Americans, when do you just sit back and say, that's not my problem? At a certain point, this is how the country was founded. I mean, at a certain point, people do need to stand up and protect what they believe in. I mean, that's not a crime. You don't have the right to attack somebody just because you don't think they belong somewhere.
Biden's physical made the news because he's got to go under anesthesia, and Kamala Harris is going to be the president pro tem for like, I don't know how
long. Raider Nation, how is he a vigilante? He was attacked first again. Had he not had the gun, he'd be dead. So that's not a vigilante. That's called protection. Hence why we have the second. That's why we have the Second Amendment, is to protect ourselves and our property, and that's what he did. Again, if you didn't watch the trial, that's fine, but please do not comment on what you don't understand and what you don't know. I'm saying this as somebody who watched every single second of the trial, who saw every single bit of evidence. So it's kind of tough it's a bit frustrating when people like to comment on things they're not knowledgeable about. Opinion is one thing.
see any of it. I just
opinion is one thing. I would completely respect anyone's opinion on it, but the truth is the truth. There are videos that show what happened. We're living in a technological age where we have video proof, and people can have their opinions, but that doesn't override fact. As simple as that.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch any of it. I didn't even know what happened until you brought it up, and I heard about some kid on trial. I totally just stopped watching the news because of shit like that. I'm just tired of seeing it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I was just curious as to why there was a kid in the situation in the first place.
Raider Nation, there were about 50 other people there with rifles that weren't attacked because they were in groups. He got broken up from his group because
that's the thing, though. And I'm just going to say this as a gun owner and somebody who has an AR-15. I've literally walked down the streets of the town with my AR-15 on my back, and nobody's ever said one thing to me.
Exactly.
I don't.
That's a silly statement. Why would you attack somebody with a gun when they're not aiming it at you? They're not attacking you. That's a silly thing to do.
I wouldn't attack somebody with a gun, period.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what people are using as an excuse. Well, he had a gun, so that's why he was attacked. That's fucking bullshit. You gotta be fucking stupid if you're attacking somebody with a gun who's posing no threat to you whatsoever. And again, the videos show he was posing no threat to anybody there. He was just trying to help. So that's a silly excuse. You don't attack somebody with a gun.
But I'm just saying, I'm curious, and I was curious, and I don't even know how the kid even is able to own the gun. I guess in Wisconsin, there's some loophole that lets kids buy guns, which
Wisconsin, you can legally have a long barrel gun at 16, 17 before 18.
Well, see, an assault rifle or a sub assault rifle should not be a long barrel. It's not.
It is. It is part of the law.
That's a matter of opinion, but
yeah. I'm just saying. A lot of people,
even here, you cannot buy a rifle. You can buy a rifle as a parent, and you can own the rifle, and your kid can use it.
A lot of people who weren't watching the trial, that's what they kept saying. Oh, he broke the law. But then the judge threw out that the judge is like, there's no gun charge because he didn't break any gun laws. So they didn't even throw
a kid shouldn't even be able to pass a background check to get a rifle. That's what scares me.
Again, and that's still a matter of opinion, but I'm just saying it's within law.
Well, no, what I'm saying is they have no background to check usually. So I don't understand how they can pass a background check, but whatever.
Trini, I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, there are always going to be bad people on both sides. And again, he wasn't there to play police. He was there to help people medically, to put out fires. And he had the gun just in case he needed to protect himself, which it turns out he did. So he wasn't, again, he wasn't going there pretending to be a cop. He was going there clearly stating to everybody that he was a medic, offering people medical. It's again, if he didn't have the fucking gun, he'd be dead.
Well, Trini, I've carried a gun every day since I was 14. So,
I know. I mean, I have people in my my stepdad.
I
my
never thought I could
have
play
the
the
carrying
police.
licenses,
and I don't want to play the police.
Yeah, people.
But I
have
will
those
say
great-
this: that one guy in Texas, he stopped that guy from killing all those people in the church because he popped him in the back of the head. He saw that guy going into that church with that fucking rifle. And that dude took out one guy, and then he showed up and popped him in the back of the head. You know,
Raider Nation, I get what you're saying, but criminals don't follow laws, so they're still going to carry around guns and weapons. So
I live in an open carry state. I can carry whatever the fuck I want when I want.
exactly. I mean, that's not where the problem starts because criminals don't follow laws. So what you're saying is if law-abiding citizens can't carry a gun for protection, then the criminals can, and now the law-abiding citizen is at risk because they're following the laws. That's not what the Second Amendment is for.
I'll tell you right now, there are more people that carry guns that don't use them than people that carry guns and do.
Yep.
You know, like I said, I've been carrying a gun since I was 14 for different reasons. They were not legal reasons either. And they weren't nice reasons. They weren't good reasons. I carried a fucking gun because I wanted to fucking kill somebody. All right. Now I carry a gun because I carry it to protect myself and my family, and I've had to do so on a few occasions. But I'm also trained. I'm also, certified to carry. Back when I was 14 and 15, I was carrying a gun for totally different reasons. I got fucking expelled from school and thrown in fucking jail. There's lots of reasons, Andrew. And our country, I've told you this before. I looked up your country on it too. Yours is just as bad as ours. They just try to keep it quieter.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had to use my gun. I don't mind.
I'll never understand that argument that gun laws will prevent. I mean, criminals don't follow the law as it is. I don't understand how.
As a gun owner, I am 100% in favor of gun control. But there's a big difference between gun. They are legal there, Andrew. You can buy a gun in Australia. There's gun stores in Australia. I looked it up. Well, Callie, I didn't kill anybody with my fucking gun at the time. I got in trouble for carrying it.
Again, I don't understand how it's not fear when he killed self-defense. That's not how things work. I mean, do people not understand laws? If someone were attacking me and I had to kill them in self-defense, then I'm not going to say, okay, yeah, you can kill me because God forbid, I kill you in self-defense. I don't want to go to jail. That's why we have self-defense protections. Yeah, law enforcement is supposed to be in place, but when they weren't being utilized, that's when other people had to step up. That's the whole point.
I'm just going to say this as somebody who is ex-law enforcement and also somebody who is a private citizen that carries guns for reasons. You'll know why people need to carry guns when you have somebody pull up on you and pull a gun on you and your children.
There you go.
Because I'll tell you right now, you ever come up to me and threaten me with a knife, a gun, you can threaten me with your fist, and I got my kids with me, I'm going to blow your fucking head off. Well, to be fair, Paul, you don't have the population we have either.
Raider Nation in Wisconsin, yes, he was legally allowed to carry that gun. He was not legally allowed to carry a pistol, but he was legally allowed to carry the AR. You can disagree with the law. That's fine. No one's saying that. I'm saying he was within law. He did not break any gun laws.
I mean, Andrew, didn't you guys just have a mass shooting a few months ago there? No, I'm ex law enforcement because I decided to leave law enforcement. I'm ex law enforcement because I didn't agree with what was being done. Anyways, point of it is, it doesn't matter. Whether you're right wing, left wing, whether you're Republican or Democrat, whether if you're an American, I'm not talking about people in other countries, I'm talking about people in America. If you are an American, we have this thing called the Bill of Rights. And you either go with all of it or you go with none of it. I love how people think they can pick and choose
I know.
the things that they will support or not support. And this goes for all sides. I see fucking people on the right wing side trying to silence people on the left wing side. I see people on the left wing side trying to silence people on the right wing side. I see all these things going on where they want to pick and choose what we have as a country. I see conservatives trying to block people from coming into this country when it literally states in that Bill of Rights that they have the right to come into this country.
Legally. Yes, legally, of course.
You know, there is, but that's the thing, Joe. As Americans, we should be making it easier, not harder. That's what America's for. That's what America stands for.
I agree, but until that doesn't give anybody the right to break the laws either, you know?
That's exactly my point, Trini. We all have that Bill of Rights. We all have those fucking inalienable rights given us that were fought hard for by generations of people. You know, from whether it's freedom from the British or the civil rights movement, all of it was built on being able to come together and being able to live a free life. And part of that free
Did you
life
ever use them?
is the
Hands with the
right
string.
the right to own and bear arms.
Really?
I have the right to bear arms. I have the right to
Some
own
reason I
any
think you did it
gun
with
I wish to
toilet
own.
paper rolls.
Now, with that being said,
Do you?
there are some people that should not own firearms, and there are people that should not be able to pass background checks. And sometimes I think background checks should be more stringent. But the people that are doing the crimes, they're not buying their guns the legal way 9 times out of 10. I buy my guns the legal way. Well, here in New Mexico, I can buy a gun anywhere. I buy it the legal way, period. But I don't have to pass a background check all the time, you know. But America, we don't get to pick and choose which ones we're going to follow and not follow. It's all or nothing. You know.
Problem is, people aren't smart enough to know the fucking Bill of Rights.
Later, Andrew.
From everyday conversations I have with people.
See you, Andrew.
See you later, Andrew.
The hell was that?
Patrick Wilson yelling help.
On what?
Insidious Chapter 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I haven't seen the first one yet.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
Darth Maul's Ray Parks.
Yes, he is. And thank you for saying that.
But I guess the people are saying that the guy that played him in Clone Wars, I don't know who it is, I can't remember his name, but the guy that played him in Clone Wars has become more synonymous with the character because he played him longer. And he's actually the one that played him in the Solo cameo. The only thing I find really funny about this conversation is that all people ever do all the time, no matter who you are, where you're from, which country you live in, people scream, "Don't judge me, don't judge me." But if you have a different opinion than somebody, you sure do judge a lot, don't you?
Yeah. God forbid.
You know.
And I hate the people who act so fucking high and mighty. Like their opinion trumps everybody else's. Fuck everybody else. Their opinion doesn't matter.
Ow.
I'm gonna say this right now. I judge fucking people all the time. I don't condemn them, but I judge them. And that's the proper use of the term. When people say you can't judge me, what they're really saying is you can't condemn me. But we make judgments about people all the time. That's what we do. You know, we as human beings, we judge people every second of every day. People don't realize it because they don't think about it, but we do.
I think in fairness of people, and I'm guilty of this with certain people, with judging people. A lot of people tend to base their decisions and things that they say more on emotions and opinions and stuff like that. And I'm one of those people who's always tried to base things on facts and back things up with statistics and the reality of situations. And not everybody does that. And
let's take it down to the simplest,
that's where I can be better, is that just because I research something, I just almost expect like everybody else to do the same thing, and they should, but because they don't, I guess I can't hold them accountable for certain things. But I've always been one of those people. I like to base things on fact, on the reality of a situation. And too many people, it's about, well, this is my opinion. But like I always said, sometimes opinion doesn't outweigh the facts of a certain situation. So.
That's the thing in our society these days. That's exactly what's happening.
Yep.
But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that, on the smallest, simplest explanation, simplest example, I see a guy walking down the streets wearing pink skinny jeans. I'm thinking, damn, I wouldn't be caught dead in them girly ass jeans. I just made a judgment. I judged him right then and there. Not that I didn't condemn him. I didn't say, man, fuck him. He's wearing them stupid ass jeans. I didn't say, but I still made a judgment.
Yeah.
I see, I made a judgment about Joe the other day. I told you, remember what I said to you, Joe? I said, something about you being skinny as fuck in your beard.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a comment, but it's still whether you're joking, whether you're still making a judgment. People don't seem to realize. One of my biggest pet peeves with the American people is that we don't know our own grammar, and they use words to mean certain things that they don't mean, like judgment or judging. Hello, Cody. We're over here alienating all of our listeners.
Nah, I'm good. That was good shit, though.
What are you going to do?
So if I was to tell you to shut the fuck up, would that be proper grammar?
Sure. I've talked long enough on it anyways.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, well, I get why Joe just got bugged there, because sometimes people like to come in and, all they want to do is shout their opinions and their beliefs, but they won't listen to what's being said.
Mm-hmm.
I get bugged.
That kind of just happened with certain people. I'm not going to say who, but that just kind of.
I get bugged with this situation too, because it's always, well, he shouldn't have been there, instead of looking at, well, if the rioters weren't there driving from multiple states, burning shit down, then they wouldn't be dead. So why do we only stop at a certain place? We only go so far back. Well, he shouldn't have been there, period. Well, what about them? You know what I mean? It's like people, again, it goes by everybody's agenda. Like, people shouldn't be burning fucking buildings to the ground that they don't belong.
They do, Trini.
So
yeah, none of them should have been there. The whole situation shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Exactly. That's all I was trying to say. And I'm saying he shouldn't have to suffer for the wrongdoings of other people and the wrongdoings of the governor who told the police to stand down.
Just between you and me and the birds, though, I'd still have a fucking issue with the father to let the kid go out to do what the father should have probably been doing. You know?
And also, it does help that one of the guys he killed was a sex offender who raped 9 to 11-year-old boys. And another one was a domestic abuser, and another one was a felony thief. Imagine that. All 3 people that got shot.
We can kill all the pedos. I don't mind killing the pedos.
But here's the thing: there are people protesting, calling the fucking pedo a fucking hero. That he's a victim, and he was a hero. That he was trying to take Kyle Rittenhouse's gun. They're saying a pedo a fucking hero. This is how you know these people are deranged. It's not about the facts. It's not about justice. It's about their fucking agenda. When you're calling a pedophile a hero, it's time to cash it in. You're done. Like, you have no logical reason to even fucking exist at that point.
Long time no talky talk. Unless you were last week and I was too drunk to remember.
Hey, Jen.
Jen, didn't you say you didn't watch any of the trial, Brad?
Yeah, I didn't watch any of the trial.
Okay.
Why?
You probably should have been like me then and excused yourself.
I wasn't talking about the trial though. I didn't.
Yeah, well,
about the trial
you were actually.
No, I didn't. I didn't know what was going on there.
Didn't want to speak on something I didn't know anything about. So
I was asking. I didn't speak on. I asked a question.
No, you made a conclusion and then you asked a question.
I asked why a kid was there in the first place.
That was the question after the statement.
What was the statement?
He shouldn't have been there to begin with.
He shouldn't have.
But that's not a question. That's a statement.
Okay, well, it's still a true statement.
No.
Would you want your kid there?
If my child was trying to protect me, yeah, why not?
We're not talking about protecting you. Your job,
okay.
My job as a parent is to protect them. I don't need my kid to protect me.
Yeah.
You know, that's not their job. That's my
That's
job.
opinion.
No, that's a fact.
No, that's opinion.
It's even in law.
That's how you see things. That's not actually the way things are.
I think it's funny that there's people villainizing a kid who stood up and did something patriotic and was trying to help. That's literally what it comes down to.
I'm not villainizing him at all. I have no opinion.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general. I'm not saying you.
I'm saying that even if you look at it from a guideline of societal parental society, our job is to protect our children, not the other way around.
You can put a bow on it any way you want.
What's the bill? If your kid's underage, you're responsible for them.
A bow.
Okay. If your child is underage, you're responsible.
You can dress it up. You can put a bow on it. No way.
Stopped it another second.
Did you know that in the state of New Mexico, parents go to jail for their children's crimes?
This didn't occur in New Mexico, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't occur in New Mexico.
So you're telling me that you're not responsible for your children?
That's not what I said. I'm speaking fact. I'm not speaking opinion.
Okay, a fact is my child is not my protector.
But you weren't talking about your child at first. You were talking about him not
any
supposed to be there.
We're not talking about an elder parent and a kid that's 30 years old. We're talking about a 16-year-old or 17-year-old.
I'm just telling you.
You know.
I just think it's funny, like I said, everybody wants everybody to be the same, but then they only villainize him. Well, if he wasn't there, even though there was other people there with guns and weapons and stuff, but for some reason he's the one being it was his fault. He's one out of a fucking 50, 100 people there with guns, but he's the he's the problem. Not the people throwing rocks at him, not the people chasing him with a chain, not the people putting a gun to his head, not the people beating him with a skateboard. Nope, he's the problem. Not the people burning the fucking buildings down. It's just it's laughable. Like, it's pathetic that let's condemn him, but not condemn the people burning the fucking buildings to the ground. It's a sick fucking society.
It is.
Yeah.
Like this, like I said, wrong or right, whether he's supposed to be there or not. This kid had more balls than more people that I know to do there and try to do something good for a community that was falling apart because their own police officers weren't doing shit. I mean, if we didn't have people like him, then what's the point? I mean, you need people to stand up. And he wasn't the only one. Again, he was there. There was a large group of people who were all doing the same thing. They were standing up for this community that was burning to the ground because the cops were told to stand down. If you didn't have them there, you would have had more buildings burnt to the ground. You would have had more damage. You would have had more people injured. So, at the end of the day,
He got acquitted though, didn't he?
He did.
Well, his life is over anyway.
Well,
It's a shame too.
being that it's in Wisconsin, as long as the cheese keeps coming and the milk is good, we're all good.
Guarantee he wouldn't do it again, Joe. Probably.
Well, now he has to move because the fucking media painted him to be this monster. So now he has death threats on him and his family and everybody else because God
Like I
forbid,
said, his life's over.
God forbid they don't get their way in court.
It doesn't matter where he goes.
The fucking jury was being threatened, was literally being followed by MSNBC reporters so they can have their pictures taken and have their lives fucking threatened. This is what the media does, but he's the monster.
Yep.
Fucking sick. It's absolutely sick.
Hey, Craig. Martin? Hey, Jen. That you? Yeah, I think it is.
That's probably nothing important. It's probably
Dress barn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Why the fuck is she still
no,
up?
it's not. It's your cousin Esther. Did she ask you about this? It's
Yeah.
well, what did she do? Because it's a scam then.
Is it
Says,
really?
hello, how are you doing, or something like that.
Well, you bet. Okay. Well, maybe you should send Kirsten a message and say not to open that.
I got one from Don, and he had said already that he got hacked or something.
Don Chirby?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
That's wonderful.
No horror November, Craig? Fuck that. I don't want to go a week without a horror movie. So I wore my Slash Brothers hoodie to the show last night. Got a few comments on it. That was pretty dope.
No horror November.
That's what I just said.
Man, I don't think I could do that.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Well, I know I can't do that because I don't think I've. No, I did go a few months without horror. I did, but that was for how do
Give
I
it up
put
for
that?
Lent?
Huh?
Did you give it up for Lent?
No, I gave it up because one of the medications that I was taking was trying to kill me.
Was it making you think things were bad?
Yeah, that's
Like, was it like trippy? You were seeing like Michael Myers coming out of the screen at you or something?
No, I was actually trying to figure out the best way to go into the bathroom and slit my own throat. So,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't take that medication anymore.
No, I don't. I don't. I don't. Believe me. It was a before the, it's a little hard to explain, but it was for Supposed to get rid of the cancer.
Have you seen the stills on the new Spider-Man film, where they show Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and fucking
Yeah.
the Tom Holland Spider-Man in there?
Yeah. Should be a really neat movie if they can do it right.
It's probably going to be the highest grossing fucking Marvel movie since before the pandemic. I'll bet you that.
Could be. I know.
That's
I
right.
think the Eternals are still #1 movie in America. But
Yeah,
then again, they
it's
say
not-
that.
I mean, it's not like making the kind of numbers they did pre-pandemic. None of the Marvel movies have.
Yeah.
I mean, they were making
Well,
billion-dollar things pre-pandemic. Now they're making 200-300 million.
I think Black Widow did pretty well.
I think it was like 300 or 400 million total.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Which is why what's her name was so pissed because they were streaming it. Remember, she wasn't getting any of the streaming revenue.
Yeah, that kind of fucked things up.
And then, I don't know, Eternals to me looks a lot like a fucking Avengers movie. They even say in the fucking trailer, Eternals Assemble. I was like,
Yeah. I did not like the Eternals comic book. I read it a bunch of times. I never really, and I don't think that I'm a stupid person. I used to read. At one time, I pretty much read every Marvel comic book that went over the stand. I pretty much got them all, and I just didn't. I didn't like the Eternals. I kind of understood it, but I just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me.
I wasn't an Eternals person either. The only time I've ever done that where I like tried to collect every single book of anything was if it was an event. Like, remember Civil War?
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
still have them all. I have every book and every tie-in. Like every single one, even the tiniest tie-in ones. Like at the end, though, they just had like 1 or 2 pages in it.
I used to do that.
You know,
I used to do that.
I
But
had
there
the-
was
I had
actually
the
a
checklists inside and shit. Remember they had the checklists?
yeah. There was a point in time where I actually got every Marvel book, and in a given month, and probably about 75% of DC. But I mean, the bills were like $250 a week.
Oh yeah, I was spending big money like that too.
Yeah. And that's not including like The Walking Dead and the few things I got from other publications. But
Yeah, my pull list used to be gigantic.
yes, mine too. I mean, big fucking stack of comic books. And to be honest with you, I read them all. I did.
I still got some. I've still got a few years worth sitting over here that I haven't even gotten to.
Yeah. I've been back into reading them a little bit lately, but not as much as I probably should. But yeah, I just didn't like the Eternals. It didn't do anything for me. I don't know.
So the other day, Bill goes to the Dollar Tree, and he finds a hardcover. I can't remember what the book is. It's a zombie comic book.
Mhm.
He finds a hardcover graphic novel, really nice one.
Hmm.
And the guy that does all the illustrations for it, he did all the illustrations for like Marvel Zombies and all that shit. Those Deadpool covers were like Deadpool swimming up and it's Deadpool zombie and it's a Jaws cover.
Yep.
He did
All the
that
mock
one.
covers.
Yeah, all
They
that
were
kind of
awesome.
shit. He's like the zombie guy. And I can't remember what the book is called, but Bill got it for $1 at Dollar Tree. I was like, that's dope. You know?
Wow. I remember I got all of those, all the mock covers for the for Deadpool. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I don't think I have them anymore because when I sold my first lot of comics, a guy came and cherry picked all my Deadpool comics and my horror comics.
I still can't believe I sold my Deadpool first appearance when I needed money. Oh.
I mean, of course, it's going to go up because of the time and the inflation and everything like that. But to be honest, I don't think it's really going to get much bigger, except for maybe over time. You know,
It got really big once he got it graded.
well, that's what I'm. Well, not only being graded, but him
9.8.
being in films too.
Well, that's what I mean. I sold the book right before the movie came out, and I got $250 for it
Yeah,
from
Yeah.
my local comic shop. And usually they give you store credit. They don't give you cash.
Right. Well, they give you more for store credit than they do if they pay out cash.
I've known him for years, and he knew I was hard up and I needed it, and he gave me cash.
Yeah.
But he turned around, got that fucking book graded, fucking put it back up on the wall for like $800, and then they were going up huge in price after the movies came out.
Yep.
A New Mutants 98, I don't even know what it goes for nowadays.
I don't know. I haven't seen one in a while. Used to see them all the time. Like people would have them graded and have
I bought mine in a
prices on it.
$10 bin at a comic book shop.
Yeah.
In like 2002.
Yeah. Before that book was anything, I almost bought it a bunch of times, and I don't know. I just wasn't really into the New Mutants that much. I still haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, see, look, I'm looking at one right here.
Usually, like a 9.6 or higher, usually goes for like 800 plus. For the New Mutants.
Ungraded. There's one here going for $375.
Oh yeah.
350, 315.
Yeah, ungraded. That makes
a 9.8 right here. Check this out. 9.8 graded. This guy wants 900. Oh no, the bid on it is $929.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll go higher for a 9.8 grade.
There's almost 2 days left.
Yeah, that'll go over $1,000 easy.
Well, the one that I had was a 9.8. It got graded at 9.8. That's what I said. If I would have kept it, I could have gotten a lot more for it. But I was so hard up for money at the time. But still, if you think about that, I bought the book at $10.
Oh yeah, you got your money's worth out of it. Definitely.
I got 200. That's a lot. I mean, the book originally cost, when it came out in 91, it was $1. So if you get the book and you sell it and you get $350 for it, you just made a 349% profit.
Yep.
That's
I used to be really interested in all that kind of stuff. The only thing that kind of pissed me off, and I know it's the way to go now with the whole grading thing, but I don't know. It just it makes comics that aren't worth anything actually worth something, and it bothers me.
Well, now not only is CGC grading comics and cards, they're grading fucking flats, 8x10s. Bill
really?
He got back a Kane Hodder 8x10 that he had graded at a Comic-Con. The guy watched the official agent watched Kane Hodder sign it.
Mm-hmm.
There is no grade on it, but it's sealed in a thing, and it's got CGC certificate of authenticity on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't even know they were doing that. They're saying that now that if you don't have your thing CGC certificate, your certificate's worthless. I'm like, no, there's lots of places that have good certificates.
Yeah, you have to have some sort of certificate of authenticity in order to get anything for it, because a lot of people have bootlegged them. And
that's a certificate of authenticity right there from ICP.
Yeah,
it's got Shaggy and Jay's signatures right on it.
Yeah,
I
meant to tell you, dude. Seth, Celluloid Terror.
Yes.
Is selling a bunch of Juggalo stuff on eBay.
I don't know. He had Juggalo stuff.
I didn't either. I have his stellar name in there.
Send me the link or whatever to it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll look it over. I don't really have a lot of money to spend on stuff, Christmas and everything coming up.
I look and see what he has. Sometimes on movies that aren't very popular or pretty obscure, if I don't hear about it from Joe first, a lot of times what I would do is I would look on his eBay thing, because he would know about it ahead of time. And that's how you can find out whether some stuff's coming out on Blu-ray, because he's getting rid of the old one. So he has money. He wants to sell it while it's still going for something. So he has money to buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray. So... Damn, that's heavy.
Oh yeah, have you guys heard of this Prisoners of Ghostland movie that Nick Cage is in?
Yeah, I saw it today at Walmart.
He's saying it's the wildest movie he's ever been in.
Okay. They also have a new
Talked about
movie
how
he's
he's
in
in
called
everything
Pig,
now.
and I read the description on the back of the DVD cover, and it sounds dumb. I mean, I don't know because I haven't seen the movie, but it just didn't interest me. Somebody stole his prize pig, and he's going to get it back, and it's like a revenge movie.
Yeah, somebody told me that Pig look is really fucking good.
Really?
Yeah, like it's amazing. I've heard.
Huh?
And it was Paul last night at the concert. He's the one that told me. He's like, "You got to see it. It's like,
Really?
you got to pick up Pig." Yeah.
Wow. Now, see, I would have never done that because it sounds idiotic.
Well, a lot of movies he's been in lately have been weird,
Yeah.
but they've been really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Ugh.
God damn. This movie's crazy. One film a week now.
I'd still say Nick Cage is way more talented.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Let me find his. See if I can send you the link. If not, I have the name of his store, or not store, but his. Come on, motherfucker. This phone sucks. There we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, what the fuck is this going on here? Oh, here it is.
Does anybody watch Red Notice yet?
What's that?
It's the new Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds film.
Nah.
It looks fun. It's like a spy movie or something. It's on Netflix.
I don't really watch much stuff that I don't own. Unless I hear good things about it. I just sent you his seller name on Messenger.
Cool, thanks.
You have to punch it in just like that. But I saw it. I was looking at it the other day, and I thought about you because he had a lot of stuff on there. Damn, that bitch is crazy. Marilyn. Why does she remind me of the mom from Sleepaway Camp? Or the aunt.
The crazy aunt?
Oh, that bitch is. Oh. She's something else.
Yeah.
She is probably one of the most, in my opinion, one of my most hated characters in any horror movie. Because she just gets on my nerves and I want to smack the shit out of her.
Makes sense.
Creepy. So you think Lin Shaye has a couple more Insidiouses in her?
I'm sure. Aren't they doing a 5? Aren't they working on a 5?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure they announced it at least. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's dead though. So I guess it would have to be another. Well, if she's going to be in it, it would have to be another.
I think they're doing a prequel.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty sure, like a prequel.
Part 3 is a prequel.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like even further back.
Yeah. Because I guess in the timeline, from what I'm to understand, from watching them all, it goes 3, 4, 1, 2.
Okay, actually, I'm looking at it right now, and it's Insidious 5. The Lambert's 10 years after the last installment as Dalton begins college.
So apparently she's not going to be in it then, unless it's
She is.
flashback.
She's listed in the cast, so
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
Patrick Wilson, Ty Simpkins, who's Dalton, and then Lynn Shay, Elise. She's in it.
I'm not watching anything, Danny.
What do you mean you can't see me? I'm right here.
Still got the beard, Joe?
I do.
Damn.
I'm gonna keep it at least through the holidays.
Yeah, I am watching Insidious Chapter 2. I've kind of been watching them sort of backwards. But if you go by the timeline, I'm going in order, sort of. Except for I skipped the first one because I watched that a little while back.
Yeah.
3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah. These movies are so rich in visuals.
I love the dancing kid in the first one. I love the baby monitor scene.
Yes.
That's a creepy scene.
Who hasn't been through that? I mean,
That's
let's
creepy.
be honest. Just about everyone I've ever known, plus, of course, myself, has gotten some kind of interference over a baby monitor at one time or another. And it's fucking creepy.
Part 2, I like the whole knocking on the door.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome. First time I watched it, I was like, oh shit.
Someone talked over that.
Yeah, I remember that. Someone talked over Kirsten's baby monitor.
Really?
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Somebody what?
I think it picked up the somebody's phone conversation. It's creepy. I only own one horror film now. I gave them all to Lily. That's cool. You better kept Silver Bullet.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. I hope you kept Silver Bullet there, Craig. I actually can't do that because if I don't watch them, no one else will. It's just Brad, Danny. It's still there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because Corinne doesn't really like horror movies that much. She'll watch them with me occasionally. Probably more than occasionally. That's creepy. And my daughter doesn't like them, so except for one day of the year, right, Joe?
Yep.
That's why when we go over to her house for Thanksgiving, I should bring Home Sweet Home. Actually, they might enjoy Blood Rage, since my son-in-law has a thing for cranberry sauce. Nice. Dalton's the one that fell off the
Dalton's the kid in the original, like the original.
Yeah.
That
He
happened.
fell off the ladder in the attic,
Yes, yeah.
and he's in this one. I was about to say something, but I don't want to say it now because I'll give it away. Let's just say, no, I'm not even going to say that. Just watch 3 and 4. You'll enjoy them, Joe. You'll enjoy them. Yeah, Arthur. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Craig. I thought it was cool you were making videos with her. Got another horror person to get in the community. Or whatever you want to call it.
Hey, it's the last day of Wild Eye Week.
I know. And oh shit, that's right. I got to got to promote.
It is official.
Because my last one is Dave did Dark Sister.
I gotta get that.
And somebody did Cat Sick Blues.
Really, that's a good movie.
I wonder who did that.
I don't know.
And my last one was entertaining, but not one of my favorites. You should know what that one is, Joe. As a matter of fact, I watched the prequel not that long ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know.
The prequel.
It's a versus movie, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it
was a
is.
popcorn kernel. I was kind of trying to get it back in the bowl, but it went on the floor.
This week has gone so quick.
Yeah, it really did, actually.
So quick.
Over now. It's over.
Yep. Last review is up. Now all I gotta do is promote that biggity bitch and go from there. Ben got ticks. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, the slipcover on that is so cool looking.
My day 6 review has done shit.
What did you review for day 6? I know I watched it, but what was it?
Evil Nun.
Yeah, mine didn't do that well either. Don't feel bad.
I feel like they always die out by the end of the week.
Yeah, they kind of do. They start strong, but then, prepare to get smashed, Joe.
Smash.
Yeah, Jack versus
You usually
Lantern.
pick up a few more, though, in the weeks following,
Yeah. I think my review for today will probably get a good amount because it's usually one of those movies that a lot of people are interested in.
Well, last time we did Wild Eye Week, all my reviews went big right away.
Well, la ti da, motherfucker.
You must be very proud of yourself.
Hope you had a hell of a piss, Bradley.
Big hairy pussy.
Big hairy pussy. $40 worth of fucking film.
You didn't even talk to us.
You don't even know the camera. Love that fucking movie.
The other day, I took a shower and the bathroom mirror was all fogged up, so I wrote "big hairy pussy" on it.
You didn't.
Because then everyone in there, after me, I could hear her fucking laughing from the other room.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh, shit. We always quote that movie to each other, so I was like, oh, I gotta write this.
Oh, you do with her too?
Oh yeah, she fucking loves Fast Times.
Yeah, Fast Times is fucking awesome.
I catch her watching a lot. Like I'll come out and she's like, she has it on. I'm like, shit, Fast Times.
What the hell was I watching? Oh, I was watching Dazed and Confused the other day. That's a
yeah.
movie that for some reason, every time it's on, I can't stop watching it.
What's that?
Dazed and Confused.
Love it.
Yep.
Everything they do in that movie, I did in high school.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, other than the hazing stuff was gone by the time I was in high school, but
We still did the hazing stuff. Not like
Did you really?
We didn't do paddling, but we had things. But it wasn't like a class thing. It was like the groups, the things I was into. There was, let's just call it hazing. There was hazing involved.
yeah. Not with us. I missed out. Not that I wanted my ass powdered or anything, but
Yeah,
it wasn't like that for us.
you like your ass being pounded. Don't
I
you?
know. Let's see. Jack's back. Jack's back.
fucking reminds me. Thank you for reminding me, Jay.
What?
That day 7 was coming up.
Actually, Joe did.
Well, I heard. No, you did. Joe started, but I heard. I came back into the room during your part of the conversation.
I'm
So
promoting the world videos. Everybody was saying how they got to check out. Oh, you motherfucker!
Don't forget,
Everybody
guys,
was-
we're starting
What?
Sopranos in January.
Do what?
So don't forget, we're starting The Sopranos in January.
Something else in January too.
I'll
Yep.
believe it when I see it.
I was thinking about it earlier today. No, I definitely want to do that.
I'll get out my seasons then.
Because I was thinking about it earlier because right before
You know,
Thanksgiving,
you know why streaming is the ultimate evil? Do you know why streaming is bad?
What?
Because it makes us lazy.
Hmm.
I have every fucking DVD of The Sopranos right in the other room.
But you stream it on HBO
But I'm
Max.
watching it on HBO Max instead. It's like, no, I don't feel like getting them again. The DVDs and putting them in.
I do the same thing. Like if I own something and I'm like, if I'm upstairs or something, I don't feel like running down to grab it. I'll just stream it on something.
You know, it does. I'll own it and I'll still stream them. Motherfucker.
Yeah, Arthur.
But,
and
but
starting
then
January-
again, too, though, like if you're traveling or whatever, and you know, or you're going to a place where there's no good internet or something, or or like, for God's sake, your internet goes down for a weekend. You know,
No.
I'm glad I got my DVDs.
yeah, Arthur. Starting in January, we're doing Slash Bros on Sopranos.
Yep.
Well, that's you two. I'm just tagging
Well,
along for that
Well,
one.
you're watching it with us, so
Yeah. I'm just tagging along though. That's your guys' thing.
Tired of taking a back seat, motherfucker.
Huh?
Said I'm tired of taking a back seat, motherfucker.
That's all right. We're starting something else in January too.
I'm sure you are.
And then something to win with Fangoria.
Yep.
I created this thing called Gangster Rap. Y'all just
Did
riding
you?
my coattails.
Harford County
Getting all the
Library
credit.
for distributing COVID test
Getting all the
kits.
dap.
What the fuck does that mean?
You could test yourself.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
I
cool.
don't know. It'll be if you could like use
Fuck
it
a
as
bunch of
personal
COVID. I'm
or
tired of it.
whatever.
Tired
Isn't
of
it,
all of it.
Arthur? Isn't it?
Ours is gonna be fun. Very easy and very fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that too.
Yep. I mean, it's not easy. Well, it's easy, but it's not easy in the sense where you
The
actually have to.
The videos will be easy to
Yes,
film,
and
but
short.
it's not an easy concept when it comes
Right.
down to it. It's a challenge. It's a challenging concept.
You know what
Yep.
I love about being part of the Slash Bros?
That we
We're
carry
like-
your dead ass all around.
Yeah, you wish, motherfucker. You know, I was about to say something fucking nice. Then you got to be an asshole.
All right.
I do.
In other words, you know what? Fuck you. You're out of the gang.
I own that. I'm a dick. I own
We're
it.
like the fucking Wu-Tang Clan.
Are we?
It's all about the fucking group. It's all, but we got our solo shit we can do, and nobody gets nobody gets jealous. You know, we just do our thing.
Day 7. Day 7.
Of course, by the time we start this new stuff, we're gonna have alienated all of our viewers, so it won't really matter. But
No, you're alienating all the viewers.
why? Because I'm spitting out facts. And people don't like-
You're alienating. You're over here fucking telling Andrew he should shut up.
I didn't even know Andrew was in the fucking chat until you said it.
He thought you were talking about him. Did you see that comment?
No,
He was
you know what?
leaving because he thought you were aiming your comments directly
At this
him.
point, everybody needs to be a little bit stronger. I don't know. Everyone's so fucking fragile. Like, I mean, it's a fucking chat for a reason. It's called conversation. Fucking talk then. I mean, Jesus Christ. I can't worry about everybody's feelings all the time. I'm so sick of it.
Well, then do what I do and don't.
I mean, I hate to say it, but Jesus Christ! I mean, there's only so much I can fucking do. It's our if it's our chat. People don't like it. They don't have to come on. We don't have to do this.
But I want everybody. I do.
We literally don't have to
like
do this.
boys.
I wouldn't mind fucking hanging out with you guys every night, not going live.
I
We do
want
not have
people
to do
to.
this.
I want people to be able to say what they want to say. You know.
Absolutely. But I also want people to say fucking educated shit, not just say what they fucking feel like saying and not want to listen to facts. Like you said, people want to spew their opinion, but then they don't want to listen to yours.
Oh,
Exactly.
motherfucker! It's no wonder that this fucking. I was wondering why my little fucking live stream didn't get any views while I was live streaming it.
Because you suck.
I forgot to put it to public. I put it on fucking unlisted.
Yeah, Craig, it was. I listen to everybody else. Bullshit all the time, so people can listen to mine.
He said, "I got thick skin. I'm fat."
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about you. Trust me, I'm just saying in general. It's just, when I talk on fucking YouTube, especially on this chat, for the most part, 99% of the time, I'm venting about people in everyday life, whether it be on Facebook or just jackasses in person.
Just a minute,
You got
Joe.
that right.
But every now and then, there is certain people that come on here and fucking trigger me. But
Joe, just admit you're a left-wing racist.
yeah,
Just admit
no,
it.
I'm a stupidity fucking.
Did you really? This was your number 7 day, Jay?
Yep.
Seriously,
Yep.
motherfucker.
Second time in a row we did Wild Eye Week, and my last one was a fucking bummer. Or no, that was Shark Week.
My last one, I fucking loved.
Me too.
I enjoyed the fuck out of mine.
I didn't even look and see what you did yet, Brad.
I haven't put it up yet. I haven't put mine up till 8.
Does it seem to have made a difference?
Honestly, it may have made a difference backwards. I don't know.
Might have backfired, huh?
I don't know. No, like I honestly think though too. You got to think about it. Everybody's fucking working right now, or at least well, not everybody. There's a lot of people that aren't working, but maybe 8 in the morning. Maybe I think maybe a proper time would be better when people are getting off of work.
Yeah,
Like 6 or 7 in the evening or something.
I noticed my videos do well when I do them at like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
when I upload them around then.
Douche.
But I was looking at like this thing when the best time to upload videos was, and on there it said 10 p.m. Eastern time. I was like,
Good luck with that.
I don't know, but I was just because I thought about it because like they said that if you upload it around midnight or whatever,
Exactly.
everybody's usually in bed and they miss your notification that that it's uploading.
Danny. After being around Brad, you got to be a little tougher.
Or a little dumber. One of the two.
That too.
I mean, and, you know, it's a YouTube thing. People are different all around, and I understand that. But it's just funny. It's like the way I even worse in person, but mostly I try to just be myself on this stream. So it's just funny. Like I can be like this around the people in my everyday life, and for the most part, it's perfectly acceptable. But certain people from certain states, it seems, are like, oh God, like they've never heard anything like this before. God forbid.
Yeah, but there's a big difference. I mean, we know you. I know you. Your family knows you.
Oh, of course. But I'm saying where people live too plays a big role in their.
That's like we were just talking about. If you say anything to defend that kid or whatever on Twitter right now, you're gonna get called a racist.
Exactly, it's ridiculous.
But then
What?
on the other
That's
side,
what I
of
don't
that,
understand.
I know.
on the other side of
It's not
that,
even racist
I told you white supremacy was trending. Remember?
Yeah,
Mhm.
And a lot of it was because people were calling him white supremacist, right?
because Joe
But
Biden
then-
did last year. Joe
but
Biden
then-
started that.
But then I started coming across tweets of people supporting him that were white supremacists.
That's what happens. Yeah.
And they were using him as their like poster boy, saying,
Yep.
yes, we're white supremacists and we're gonna rule. And I was like, so I don't know what political things this kid had. I don't fucking care. It's not I don't give a fuck. But there are people on both sides of an argument using him one way or the other.
How about the fact that they said he was giving the officers a white supremacist sign when they lied about that
Well,
too?
Exactly.
Well, you commented on that when I said that, but the photo I saw wasn't him with the cops. It was him at a concert throwing up supposed white supremacist signs with, well, he was hanging out with poor boys or whatever those guys were called.
Well, the only thing I'm saying is that, the media has a certain agenda, and it doesn't, and it can go either way, and it's I don't know, it's not right. It really
But
isn't.
here is my point. First of all, I want to start off by saying all that shit again was manufactured by the media. It was
Yep.
proven to be inaccurate. But here's the second point. Even if it were true, why is the media defending the pedophile, but saying that that's worse than pedophilia? Like instead of
Because they're
condemning both,
misunderstood.
they're only condemning one. You know what I'm trying to say?
Don't
Right.
you know what Tony Soprano said? Hey, you're going to say that he's the victim, that he's misunderstood, that he needs therapy and he needs help. Until it's your kid he's fucking.
Yep.
ICP said the same thing in the Catch a Predator song. Everybody wants to give these pedophiles and shit, oh, it's not really their fault. Oh, they're the victim. Until it's your kid that they got their dick stuck in. You know?
It's just like I said. I mean, that's the point. Everybody's talking about everybody should be treated the same. Well, then maybe they should they should take the lead on that instead of.
Well,
The only
because that doesn't fit their agenda, Joe.
Exactly. That's what's so fucking frustrating, and people
Yeah.
just don't fucking see it.
It doesn't fit their agenda. So, when it fits their agenda, it's fine. It's very sad.
Yep. Well, yeah. Anyway, point I was trying to say is when people live in different states and they're,
Oh, sure.
people
Sure.
have different values and different. I hate to say perceptions, but different. Like, obviously, if you live with certain leadership, you tend to follow a certain mindset.
Well, it's not only that. It's your surroundings. It's the ethnicity in your area. There's a lot of things that are part of it. Like you said. I mean,
I have a friend, for example, who she has a daughter that's my son's age. She's a little bit younger, so she's a senior in high school. Okay, she wanted to run for class president and stuff like that, but
right.
literally everybody in her school, because of everybody in her area, is of a certain side of politics. Let's say,
Okay.
and just because of that, it's like she's like a social outcast simply because she doesn't agree with what everybody else says has to be the truth.
In high school?
In high school. Like,
Wow.
kids are being raised now where it's like, if you can't have a different opinion. I mean,
Dude,
this is how,
okay, you can't have anything different.
exactly.
Kids here that are not vaccinated were getting beat up at school.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, and this is in a certain area of the state. If she was in a different area of the state, it would be the complete opposite. And that's
Right.
not right either. But the
No.
point is, it's like it shouldn't be that like that anywhere, and people need to start leading by example rather than just shunning everybody who disagrees with them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
you got that right.
I love having respectful, educated conversations with people all the time.
Yeah.
I've always been like this, whether it be about religion, politics, stuff like that. They always say, "Oh, you shouldn't talk about religion and politics." I think people need to talk about that stuff more respectfully, because if not,
But people can't do that. That's the
people
problem.
can't. But the problem is because they don't respectfully, and then they don't get to understand each other's point of view.
Right.
That's
Right.
the whole point of conversation.
Yep.
Like, people should be able to talk about it without being shunned for having the different opinion. Again, I used to date a woman that was a Muslim. She was actually Italian. She was married to a Muslim. She actually became Muslim. So when I first met her, I was so interested in that religion because I didn't know anybody else who was Muslim. I wanted to know everything about it. And when we first met, I literally said it to her. I was like, I don't want you to think I'm being disrespectful. I don't want to be offensive in any way, but I literally just want to know. Like, and she was a cool enough person where I was able to ask her questions and she answered truthfully. And we were able to have this great conversation, which obviously led to a relationship. But the point is, if more people can be like that, then there wouldn't be so issues. Instead of people just being like, well, it shouldn't be like this because of this. That's great. That's your opinion, but listen to mine now and let me tell you why I feel differently.
Right.
And again, I'm one of those people who likes to back up what I say with facts, with proven statistics, with proven law, with constitution, with bill of whatever the hell it might be. But I hate to say it this way, but I won't say all, but a lot of people on the left has been proven they don't like fact when it comes to government, constitution, stuff like that. A lot of them believe that it's just, well, they base everything based on opinion and not by law. Like, we have laws that cover everybody. Like Brad was saying earlier, the Bill of Rights covers everybody. But certain people feel like they need special privileges because they're in a certain group. And that's not how the law works. The law covers everyone. You don't need special laws for only certain groups of people.
Yeah.
So that's when it starts becoming, that's not equality anymore. That's superiority. So people don't want to hear that.
I think I should have special rules and laws just for me because I know I'm better than everybody.
Well, you are special. You are special, Brad.
Exactly. There are it really does. It starts with the politicians. They divide us, and then it doesn't allow us to stand together in these things when lots of times the politicians and the media are the enemies of the people, not each other. I mean, they're the ones dividing us.
That freaks me out there. The thing about high school being so political, that's just,
it's awful.
That's very crazy to me. Who thinks about that kind of, I mean, yes, I don't know. It just, I had a lot better things to do when I was in high school than fuck around with politics.
There was a kid, there was there was a whole video of it and everything. There was this kid, he was in elementary school or maybe the oldest he could be was possibly 6th grade. He could have been like 11, 12 years old or whatever, okay?
Right.
And it was a virtual classroom, at school. And the teacher asked the students they could pick anybody that they admired and basically give like a report over the Zoom call of why they admired the certain person.
Right.
Okay. And one student said Donald Trump. And he gave very good reasons to why he admired him.
Right.
The teacher kicked him out of the Zoom call, said it was an inappropriate person to admire, and then began to lecture the rest of the class about how this student was wrong for the person that he chose.
Wow.
So that's not okay. Like,
No,
that is not okay.
okay.
Of course, the teacher, the mother fucking flipped, obviously. And the teacher, rightfully so, ended up getting in trouble for it. But these are the type. I'm
actually surprised, Joe.
These are the type of teachers now that this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that is not okay.
No.
Just because the teacher disagrees with something doesn't mean that it's, it's not like the kid said somebody like, whatever, Charles Manson. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the fact that the kid named a president of the United States and got that kind of reaction, that's a problem. Like, schools should not be politicized. Teachers should not be using politics as part of their curriculum. It's one thing to teach about politics, but it's another thing to take a side in politics when you're teaching.
You're right. You're right.
That is not okay.
I'm actually surprised the teacher got in trouble with the way today's society is. I'm surprised that the teacher wasn't billed as like a martyr.
Yeah, the teacher ended up having to give an apology, I guess, and he backtracked. Oh, I didn't mean to kick him out of the Zoom call and all this bullshit.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
It just happened randomly after that.
Yeah.
As you lectured everybody else on the Zoom call.
Right. That was an accident too.
Yeah.
It slipped.
I'm just saying, people don't have to agree, but it doesn't mean you get to shut down somebody else's opinion on it.
Well, see, that's the thing about today's society is everyone thinks that only their opinion matters.
And people have different reasons for what they support. Again, it's like just because one person supports somebody for one thing doesn't mean someone else has to. It could be something else that they hold a higher value in. You know,
Right.
if someone votes based on taxes, then yeah, guess what? They were going to vote for Donald Trump over Joe Biden because Joe Biden's raising taxes and Donald Trump's lowering them. If that's
Yeah.
what's most important to that person, then who are you to tell them they can't vote for that person?
Exactly.
You know, if someone is really pro open borders, then yeah, they're going to vote for Biden over Trump when Trump is pro closed borders and legal
Right.
immigration.
That's what's important.
Actually, I still voted for Trump, and I think I believe in open borders. And I still voted for Trump.
I believe in immigration,
But
I
that's something else too. Is that
believe in legal immigration.
just
not
because you vote and you support one doesn't mean you have to support everything.
everything
they
they say. Exactly.
Right.
I thought the wall was the biggest waste of time
But guess
and
what?
money and resources.
But guess what? Joe Biden is now continuing it because he realized it worked.
No, they're tearing it down.
No, they're not. They're continuing it.
All along the Mexico Arizona
No.
border, they're talking about tearing it down now.
I don't know where you're getting your information. but
Texas says they're going to do it, but it's on the state.
it's first of all, the unfinished wall is in Arizona, so I don't know what that has to do with New Mexico.
Because part of it goes through New Mexico.
Okay. I
New
love
Mexico
how
does
you
border
don't watch the
Mexico,
news.
dude.
I love how
New
you
Mexico
don't watch the
borders
news.
Mexico.
You don't watch the news, but you're telling me. Okay. I don't watch the news,
No,
but yeah,
I am telling- I watch local news.
you told me you
I
don't watch any
watch
news.
I don't watch the international news anymore. No,
Well,
but I watch
what
local
national
news.
has to do with the fucking wall in America.
You watch BBC.
And New
BBC.
Mexico does border Mexico as well.
Still doesn't make it Arizona.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about Arizona.
BBC.
Like I said at the beginning of this conversation, people shouldn't comment on things they don't know about.
Damn.
Well, that's something I do know about. I live here, motherfucker. Get up there in the
Damn.
northern fucking white bread castles where all you racist white bread motherfuckers.
Smack, 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 smack.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
I'm watching crab people.
I fucking love
So-
this shit.
This is the
I love
Southwest around here, motherfucker. We don't play that shit. We'll shoot you.
Oh boy.
Take that liberal shit, go somewhere else.
What was it? Michael Vick. No, was it Michael Vick? I speak based on fact, not on
I mean, Trini, every fucking politician is a crook, and
yeah.
Trump is the only president in to go in office and have less money than when he started. So what does that tell you? I mean, you can call him a crook all you want, but Trump started with more money and ended the presidency with less personal income, whereas Joe Biden has been a career politician and yet he's somehow a millionaire. But I don't see how that equates.
Wow.
Nancy Pelosi, all them, all these people who have been in office all these years.
That's a lot.
No one wants to call. I mean, I'm not saying you. I mean, I know you said they're all crooks, and I agree with you, Trini. But I'm saying there are people who like to claim that Trump is the only crook when all of these people make millions, even though
They're all fucking crooks.
$1,000 a year.
They're not all crooks. Richard Nixon was not a crook. He said so.
Yeah, he's the. Oh, I mean, Trini. I mean, that was proven though, and I mean, they made a big deal about his taxes, and they proved that Trump had less money when he came out of office. So it's not just what I think. They did confirm that.
So back to what we were just talking about with Joe insulting me. Joe, have you ever even seen a Mexican? I mean, do you even have non-white people where you live?
Yes, actually, I do.
I mean, you probably still live in a segregated area. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh boy.
I'm just fucking.
I say this again. People talk about like Trini made a good point. A lot of people don't care about things until it's on their doorstep. I'm in a liberal state where we are literally getting busloads of illegal immigrants who have not been vetted, who are literally coming to our state. And like I said, we had someone who was on the way here who raped a girl and murdered her and was on his way to our state, who came through this country illegally. So yes, that's why I care.
And I live in a state where the border is our doorstep.
I watch people, being killed all the time in this state from illegal immigrants who, if they had just come in legally and been vetted properly, it wouldn't have happened. I'm all for allowing people into the country, but as long as they're not criminals, why would we allow more criminals into the country?
Because American nationals don't kill anybody.
It didn't say they didn't, but what? How does that make it right that illegals are killing people? We have our own problems. So what
I'm
should
giving you a hard time, dude.
No, I know you are. But like you said earlier, there are homeless people on the street. There are homeless Americans that we don't care about. So why do we care about people in other countries? Right now?
Believe me, I agree with that most hugely.
That's my only point with that, and that's why I feel like we have a big problem at home that we need to deal with first. It should be America first, and then everybody else. I don't expect Mexico to think, okay, we're going to put Americans first and not Mexicans. I don't think, Italy, wherever else, they're going to put their people first. I mean, some countries don't give a shit about anybody, but other countries, it's not going to work out that well for us if we do the reverse. I'm not just going to walk into another country and say, oh, yeah, we're willingly going to accept you. It's not going to work that way.
It's funny. Some people don't give a shit about anybody.
I know, Trina. Yeah, it is. It's all politicians. I agree with you. Exactly, Danny. I'm not white. I'm Italian.
Oh shit! I just got kicked out of YouTube.
You white
all the time. What the fuck? God, I hate this fucking phone. I think I'm ready to watch Rampage again.
I think I'm ready to go on a rampage.
Shouldn't say things like that, Joe. You might have the FBI show up at your doorstep.
Yeah. Nah, they knew better.
You want me to help with that? I can help with that. Hang on. Let me help.
You can't help yourself, motherfucker. Here we go. Go ahead, shit the bed again, Brad.
How am I going to shit the bed?
I don't know. You always do. Come on.
Gun on Joe's channel.
There you go.
Gun on
Shit
Joe's
the bed.
channel.
You know? Did you know, Joe, that I knew he was going to do that? I knew he was going to fucking do that.
I had a feeling too.
I knew it.
What do you?
He pulled a gun on all his.
Scare all the anti-gun people off.
Yeah.
I have whole videos where I have guns in them.
You're gonna scare all the people off the anti-gun. Oh my god! An inanimate object can kill so many people.
Brad, stay on the couch. That's what she said.
No.
That's what she'll be saying tonight. Hey,
Well,
there's
no,
no
I slept on the couch.
Yeah.
I slept on the couch last night. I'm not sleeping on one tonight.
You slept on the couch last Saturday night too, motherfucker.
Hey, Hobbs, how you doing?
Friday night. Into Saturday. You fucking drunk?
That is a concealed carry 9mm Taurus.
What's it
That's what
called?
kind it is.
Are you sending
I don't own toys, sir. I own firearms.
Mr. Hobbs. Mr. Hobbs.
You want my big old shotgun over there if you want to see that too.
It's the end of Walleye Week, Mr. Hobbs.
In this state, we have to get a concealed carry permit in another state before getting it in this state. Imagine.
Yeah,
Did you
I
know
think it's
that
the
I
same way
can
here,
get a
Joe.
concealed carry permit?
Mhm.
I can get a concealed carry permit online from the state of New Hampshire,
Yeah, New Hampshire. That's what we usually do.
and it's good all over America.
Yeah, we start in New Hampshire, then we can get one for here too. That's exactly what we do. We did New Hampshire
Put
first.
that toy away. He said you ain't got nothing but a toy there, Brad.
It's a small one. That was the whole point.
That's what she said. Hey, you walked right into
It's
that
only
one.
this big.
Hmm?
It's only this big.
Yeah.
It's
That's what
made
she
so
said.
I can put it in my hand. You can't even see it.
That's what she said.
Sorry.
That's
What-
exactly what she said, actually.
How's the ammo supply down there, Brad? You trying to let ammo?
It's bad
We've
everywhere.
got
isn't it, Joe?
We've got the ammo, but it's fucking expensive as hell.
Yeah.
Look at this. Check this out. Look. I got pink bullets.
They ain't no damn pink bullets, are they?
They have pink holotip heads, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the reason they're pink is because they were
Gold.
these are called Critical Defense. They're by Hornady.
Who?
And the little balls inside of a hollow point, what the little balls do is when the hollow tip expands,
Yeah.
it has a tendency that it can get caught on like clothing and shit. the little, and it stops expanding. The ball pushes it out more and makes it
pushes
expand
it
more.
through. Yeah.
That's what
So
she said.
these ones, when I bought, were on sale because they were special for breast cancer awareness.
Huh.
So they have little pink balls inside.
To shoot you in the tit with.
Yep.
That's what she said.
And I bought this one just to I bought one because I wanted a small one. I actually wanted a smaller one than this one.
That's
I
what
wanted
she
one that
said.
I could slip into my pocket, but they were out.
Mm.
Because all the damn liberals came and bought up all the guns.
The liberals.
Oh, dude, did you not know about that?
No.
That following Corona, gun sales in America
Straight through the
soared
roof.
through the roof.
Oh no, I know they did, but I
And
know
90% of them were bought by liberals and Democrats. Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
go figure.
You know, and I'm not trying to say this, but you want to talk about people that are fucking hypocritical?
Exactly.
I'm not
these
trying to
people
say this, but here it
on,
is.
on Twitter and all this shit and on fucking social media, they talk about how much they support BLM and all this stuff. In truth, they were scared to death and they were loading up to fucking fight.
Yeah.
You know, that's the real truth of it. I saw them in the fucking gun shops talking about it. Like this guy was literally in the gun shop with the gun, like flipping it around and pointing at himself and like going like this at people. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
He had no clue what he was doing with the weapon. I was like, put that fucking thing down. I know it's not low. I don't care. You don't know how to fucking handle it. You don't know how to fucking hold it. Don't fucking do it.
That's what she said.
You know, I mean, just that bothers me. It does. It bothers me when stupid people handle weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But yeah, literally, like, and even the fucking gun shop owners told me that a lot of their guns that were sold out were because people that were Democrats and liberals came and bought them all. And then, but yeah, we've got plenty of ammo here, but it's expensive as fuck. Like a box of target rounds for 9mm. You're talking about 50 target rounds, box of 50, okay? Used to go for $14.99.
$150.
No, now it was $14.99 for a box of 50 rounds. Now it's $49.99 for a box of 50 rounds.
You go for
We're
about
talking about
$350.
$1 a bullet, and that's target ammo.
How much for 5.56 down there?
I haven't shopped there any in a while because I have over 10,000 rounds.
Send me some.
You got an AR to fire them out of?
No.
Now somebody once asked me, "What do you need 10,000 rounds of AR-15 ammo for?" For when the fucking government comes over the hill.
5.56 here for a case of 1,000 was $500.
Damn. I used to be able to buy a case of
box of how many, Joe?
A case of 300 would
rounds.
a case of 300 would cost me $80 back in the day.
Yeah, just whenever all this went on, like you said, after COVID and stuff, everything was in such a short supply. I bought a box of 1,000 rounds. It was $500 for
It's
1,000.
starting to get a little better now.
Yeah.
It's now that once again people realize, and I will say this is where the conservative people piss me off, and where Republicans and people that support Republicans can be downright idiots. Every time a Democratic president gets elected, and that's when a lot of the gun sales went up too, was when Biden got elected. Same thing happened when Obama got elected. Everybody runs out and buys all the ammo because they think the government's going to come and try and take their guns.
Yeah.
Not one single Democratic president has tried to take anybody's fucking guns because they know they can't. They talk about gun. They talk about stuff. They talk about guns, but nothing ever comes of it. Did you ever notice nothing ever comes of it? Because they can't do it. There are more people that own guns than there are cops and military. You know, it's just so once now. Same thing happened when Obama got elected. After about a year or so of Obama being in office, ammo started to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it started to get cheaper again. And the same thing now. It's starting to come back just a little bit. It's still pretty high expensive, but it's starting to come back just a little bit. I had a guy who he makes rounds, like specialty rounds for my mom's husband, my stepfather. He's like this old gunsmith guy, and he was telling us because he brought over some stuff while we were up there for him that he had made for his hunting rifle.
Yeah.
He said that it is starting to get better again too. That they're finally starting to come down a little bit on the pricing.
That's good.
So, but I can take 1,000 rounds and my AR-15 out to the range and use it up like that. I mean,
Yeah.
That's not very much, really.
Yeah.
What a fucking
Especially
moron.
when you got a fucking 45 round clip and you're knocking that shit out.
That's so stupid. Yeah. What a fucking moron.
Wait, is that new?
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
Is it a cartoon?
No. It's a new Spider-Man movie.
Maybe, Arthur. Part of the proceeds went to it.
How many rounds you
Yeah,
gonna send me
there's
there, bro?
something else. Well, we were, people want to talk about what guns are for, right?
What?
I said, isn't that illegal this time?
While
Probably.
people
I
were,
don't care.
while we were coming back from my mom's, we stopped in this town where, let's just say, there's lots of drunks. And I was inside the bathroom in the the restroom, taking a crap. My wife and the girls were out in the car, and a drunk tried to force his way into my car.
Did you say you were taking a crap?
Yeah, I was inside the gas station / McDonald's,
He was Big Joe Grizzly.
and
Motherfucker.
a drunk tried to force his way into, while my wife and children were in the car. A drunk tried to force his way in the car, and the guy told my wife, "Let me in the fucking car, bitch." And he tried to force his way into my car. Now, my wife had my gun in my car, so yeah, that's why people need fucking guns.
Yep.
But anyways,
No, it's true. I mean,
Right.
she wasn't provoking anything. She was just sitting in the car. But other people want to take it upon themselves.
I mean, it wasn't needed.
You're
I mean, the
really
fucking
bitch.
guy was so damn drunk. By the time I got out there, he was already on the ground. He had fallen down.
Yeah, but
And
God
he was on the
forbid.
ground. I didn't even know what was going on until after I got in the car and Danny told me.
Yeah.
And I thought about going out there, but I was like, the guy was already on the ground laying there. He was so passed out on the fucking thing. It's like, what's the point?
There's been a guy here for the last probably month and a half that's been breaking into people's cars, breaking into people's houses, garages, and stuff. In probably maybe like a, I don't know, 5 to 10 mile radius around here, all over the town. And just recently was 10 seconds down the road from me, he broke into somebody's house. So again, it's another reason why people have to have protection.
The only honest, and this is just okay. Yes, all right.
I got condoms.
I don't know. I don't even know where we're from, but still okay.
Fucking
I
thing.
am a gun person. I believe in the Second Amendment. That Second Amendment says I can own any fucking firearm I want to own. Now, do I need to own them all? Honestly, no. Well, I might one of these days. You never know what's going to happen in the future. But honestly, in if you're talking about self-defense and home defense, let's say home defense, not self-defense, home defense, okay? You really only need one gun. And that one gun is a 12-gauge shotgun.
Mhm.
Because a 12-gauge shotgun is the scariest fucking gun on the planet. All you have to do is rack a 12-gauge. It doesn't even have to have a shell in it. All you have to do is
Just
rack
the sound.
and you will scare people that are breaking into your house to run. I'm not even kidding. I know because I did it once when I was younger, and the guy ran. I've got the fuck out.
Yeah.
But a 12-gauge shotgun is the best deterrent you will ever have for home defense. Like you said, it's a scary fucking sound.
Yeah, exactly.
They make them and sell them in like survival shops and stuff.
Mhm.
It's a little recording thing, and all it
Yeah.
does is if your window breaks or something, it sets off the sound of a 12-gauge being racked. I mean, that's truly, honestly, the only gun you would ever need for home defense.
Mhm.
Now, if you're going out and about, carrying a 12-gauge around may kind of draw some attention. You know, but yeah. That really is the only true gun you need for home defense. You probably never even have to use it.
Yeah.
Never seen it before.
I watched one of the episodes just to see what it was
I
about.
own 3 12 gauges.
Well, you gotta have 3. I don't got none. Send me one.
Well, my wife bought me one for, what was it, babe?
Give
Valentine's
a fuck where
Day
you
or-
got them.
So my wife bought me one for Valentine's Day or something like that. It's a really nice one. It's a Hornady 12. So it's sitting over there. It's a Weatherby. It's sitting over there. And then I got a really good deal on one at a gun show. So I bought it just to have it because it was like a super good deal. And then I bought a long barrel 12 gauge so I could go dove hunting with my father-in-law. And I've yet to go dove hunting with my father-in-law. And I've yet to use the 12 gauge. It's sat in the fucking closet for years. You know what, Trini? That's how I was younger too. And it got me in a lot of trouble. And some good thing I was still a youth when it happened because my record was sealed afterwards and I'm allowed to now pass background checks and buy guns legally. But that's one thing I love about New Mexico is I can buy a gun from Joe Blow off the street and it's legal. I don't have to pass a background check for that. I could sell you a gun. I could sell you a gun right now. Yeah.
Could you give me a gun?
Yeah, I can give you a gun.
Thank you.
I won't, but I can.
Oh, very nice, Brad.
Yeah, even here we
You have to come down here and get it. I'm not
you can
transporting it up there.
You can gift them here too.
But you don't even have to, like, in a lot of places to gift them, you have to take them and, like, go to a gun shop or something and have
Yeah.
a transferred name. You don't have to do that in New Mexico.
That's cool.
Here, Joe, it's yours.
Yeah.
And if you commit a crime with them, they come back to me with it and be like, well, this is your gun. I'll be like, no, I sold it to this guy or I gave it to that dude or, you know, that's in New Mexico. That's perfectly legal. They've been trying to get to get rid of that law for a few years. They haven't been able to. It's called the gun show law is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's because like at a gun show, if you go to a gun show, if you're a registered dealer, like you're a firearms dealer, they have to do background checks right there on the spot. But as a private owner, I can go and set up a table and sell guns without background checks. Because private sales are illegal in New Mexico. Now,
Kind of doesn't make any sense.
and guns are not registered in New Mexico either. Like my guns, now if I bought it at, say, most stores when they sell you a gun, not all of them do this because some of them don't believe in it because they're what's the word? Patriot, whatever. But like say back when Walmart quit selling guns here. They don't sell them anymore here. They do in Colorado, but not here. When I bought
selling them everywhere.
no, mm-mm.
Walmart.
In fact, the community around where my mom lives in Cortez, the entire community from the mayor's office, they sent a letter from the mayor's office saying that if Walmart discontinued the sale of guns at their store there, that they would cancel the lease on Walmart's land and make sure that they could not do business in town anymore.
Wow.
So the people were like, no, you're going to sell guns because that's like the main hunting thing there. Hunting's huge there, and I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, here in New Mexico, Walmart gave into the fucking New Mexico is kind of a liberal state sometimes. It is because of all the cities, but anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
If I bought a gun at Walmart does register, take the number and who they sold it to and all that, right? And a lot of the stores will too, but they don't have to. They'll do your background check and they'll hand you the gun. They won't say who that bought which gun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't have to register my firearms. If you give me a gun, I don't have to take it down and register. It's mine. Now, as a smart person, if I sell a gun to you, I'm going to have you sign a paper and I'm going to keep a copy of it saying that I sold you this gun and this is the serial number. Because yes, I don't want it to come back on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can privately sell that gun. Some places you have to take it and transfer ownership. I don't have to do that here. You don't have to have a license to carry a gun here. The only thing you have to have a license to carry here is if you conceal carry. In Texas, they just passed a constitutional gun law, meaning you can conceal carry or you can open carry with no license whatsoever.
Yeah. Tennessee too.
Mm-hmm. And you can carry just about any kind of gun you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, if you are walking down the street with an AR-15 strapped to you, you're probably going to catch some attention, you know. But as long as you don't take them into a bank or you don't take them any place where you're not supposed to take them, it's legal. Our Walmart still sells ammo. They just don't have any right now.
They sell ammo, but they won't sell guns.
Yeah, they quit selling guns, but they still sell ammo.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
even here, they stopped selling handguns a few years ago, but they still sold rifles. But they still sell handgun ammo. Ammo is because you can go to a gun shop here, and guns are not that expensive. Like my AR-15 originally I paid $1,000 for. $1,000 for my AR-15. Everything I put on it, all the upgrades I've made to it, that thing's worth about $2,500 now. But
So is $1,000 a lot for that?
now, yeah. But the reason why is this is that see, I have a Diamondback, which is a really good brand, a really good gun. And AR-15 gun owners, the good brands were making high quality rifles. Okay. See, because I was a minor trainee, my felony got dropped to a Class B misdemeanor. I got lucky. I really got lucky. Okay, a Bushmaster, for example. Bushmaster, Diamondback, Springfield Arms, they all made these fucking really nice AR-15s. It was about $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. My Diamondback was stripped down. That's why it was $1,000. It was stripped down to the bare minimum. Okay? But then a few years later, they started like, well, a lot of people can't afford these. So they started making literally cheaper versions, and they started selling them for $300-$400. And that's what everybody's been buying. Now you could still buy the really nice Bushmaster or Diamondback or Red Rock, and it's going to cost you, but most people don't know the difference between the good one and the cheaper one. They just see a cheaper price and think that they're getting the same thing when they're not.
That's what I say. What's the fucking difference?
Like, my gun will outlast their gun 10-1. My gun will have less jams, and my gun will, as long as I keep it clean and operational, of course.
Yeah, I have my Sig M400. That was it cost me like $1,200 for that.
Oh, dude, 6 hours are expensive. Period.
Exactly, and that was
Okay, and that's why,
yeah.
like, the one of the best deals I ever made was this friend of mine. He was hard up on needing some cash, honestly, because he didn't know how to fucking spend his money. He didn't spend his money wisely.
Yeah.
He's a disabled vet, and he gets paid like $6,000 a month, which is a lot for here in New Mexico, by the way. $6,000 a month, and all he did was fucking go out and party and buy whatever he wanted all the time, buying guns and stuff. He bought his Sig Sauer P320. Okay, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
He paid $900 for that P320.
Wow.
He turned around and sold it to me when he needed build money for $300. And he came with all the ammo he had too.
Wow.
And the extra clip he had to buy.
Yeah.
That gun's sitting in my truck right now. That's my truck. That's the gun I keep in my truck. And it's one of the best guns I've ever owned. It's a 9mm, but there's no kickback. It's an amazing weapon. I love it. So accurate.
Yeah.
At 50 yards, I can put a fucking set of 6 shots in a ring like that. Barely even sighting. Now my Taurus 24/7 that I bought in like 06, that's my baby. That's my favorite gun. It's the one that sits next to my bed inside a little gun safe. And it's the one that I keep what's called RIP ammo in it. RIP ammo it's like shrapnel that goes through your body in a million different directions. It's literally designed to shred the inside of the body. It's like really, in fact, people were suing because they were getting shot with it and it was tearing them up so bad, but it didn't kill them sometimes. So they were suing because it's considered a torture device almost.
Yeah.
But this was $50. Okay, it's $50 a box. And there's only fucking 20 rounds in a box.
Wow.
So this is like home fucking defense ammo that I don't use at the range.
Yeah.
I did do 2 of them. I shot 2 into watermelons because I wanted to see what would happen. So I watched all the videos.
Mhm.
Oh my God, it was awesome. So anyways, yeah. I keep the 40 next to the bed. That gun, when I bought it back in 06, and it was used. Okay, I bought it used back in 06. It's a Taurus 24/7, 40 cal. That one cost me $700. But that was the first handgun I ever bought here in New Mexico.
Hmm.
And I learned that the place I bought it from, there were other shops I could have gotten it cheaper.
Yeah.
I have a 45. Actually, well, my brother's wife has it right now. A 45. I have a Springfield Armory 45. And that's a beast. That's a big fucking gun. And it fires a big fucking bullet. I'll show you, though, one of these days. One of the coolest guns I own, it's a Taurus Judge. And it shoots a 410 shotgun shell or a 44 long Colt. Very cool fucking revolver. It's the one I use it mostly for like killing snakes and shit. But I'll tell you what, I pull that motherfucker on you, you're gonna shit your pants. It's just a big fucking honking fucking beast of a weapon. I mean, and then it's got a small grip, which I don't get.
Really?
I've been meaning to go and buy the bigger grip, and I keep forgetting. You could buy a bigger grip and change it out.
Yeah.
But the one that comes with it, it's got a smaller grip, and it's almost held kind of like, all right, most revolvers are held like this, you know?
Yep.
But the way the grip on this one is, you kind of almost have to hold it like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen something like that. Yeah.
But it's just, but I'll tell you, man, that's a scary fucking weapon. You put a 410 shotgun shell in it at 10 fucking feet, I'm gonna blow a lot of fucking holes in you. You know. No, I bought the Judge, babe. I bought the Judge at a gun show. It's the gun show that I went to with me and Anthony went to together. I bought it there.
The gun show.
Yeah.
Bunch of guys flexing.
Hmm?
Here's just a bunch of guys flexing.
Oh, I was like, huh? No, you bought me the Rossi 10-4 or the 410 and 22. That's a cool little gun too. It's a rifle, Joe. It's a Rossi rifle. Which Rossi is like an offshoot of Taurus.
Okay.
And it's a rifle that's only about, I'm trying to get my camera back here. It's about this long, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's about this long. And it breaks in the middle, okay? So
Okay.
every time you shoot, it pops open. It's a single shot rifle. And you can put a 22 long rifle in, so it's a 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can hit the little lever when you pop it like that.
Yep.
Hit the little lever and pull the 22 barrel off and put a 410 shotgun shell barrel on.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's kind of cool. But it's single shot only, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it's something that, yeah, you want to use, my wife pulled it on my father-in-law, and my sister-in-law, actually. She pulled it on both of them. She bought it for me on our first anniversary, and we lived in a trailer at the time, like out in the middle of nowhere. And she was asleep, and they freaked her out. They couldn't get her up, and they went around banging on the trailer. And she thought it was somebody like trying to break in.
Yeah.
So she grabs the little fucking thing, and it's loaded with a shotgun shell.
Oh my god.
She points it right at him. So. I got a few machetes.
Machete.
I can't reach. I got a couple swords right over here too, and some swords up there, and a sword over there, and a giant fucking Rambo fucking knife like this fucking big.
Imagine if guns were never invented and every war was fight with swords.
Blame the Chinese.
Right? Imagine every war was fought with swords. All the time.
Yeah, guns are less bloody.
Sure.
You don't have to get as close.
And plus, you wouldn't have Loomis saying, I slashed him 6 times.
You know what kills me is when I watch like old fashioned movies like The Patriot, right? I love that movie, right? But like they had to sit there and load those muskets and they like fire and then they would retreat back one and the other group would step up. They just form these lines and they just stand there and get shot. You know what I mean? Like they didn't duck or anything after they fired. They just stood there in line. Like that was proper etiquette for battle. You didn't, you know, I was like, what the fuck is your problem? Fuck you. I'm not gonna stand here. I'm gonna be with fucking, what was his name in the movie? Mel Gibson's name?
I don't remember. Aaron loves that movie.
I know they call him the Ghost, right? I'm gonna be with that motherfucker over there, like sneaking through the woods and slitting your throat and shit. You know?
Exactly, Arthur. I stabbed him 6 times.
No.
Her whole body was
That's what Michael says in his mask. I stabbed him 6 times.
All right, fellas, I'm out.
That's it.
Bye-bye.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it for me. I'm a done. Ow.
I'm pretty tired too. We can end if you want.
All right.
I think Joe.
All right. Thank everybody for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Sorry
Enjoy
if
the
Joe
last day of-
offended you.
Enjoy the last day of Wild Eye Week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving because this is our last.
Yep.
before-
We'll all be stuffed.
Oh, real quick announcement. I might take a couple days off after Wild Eye Week.
Oh no, that's unacceptable.
What do you mean a couple days off? Work?
No, a couple days of not doing videos.
You'll be missed.
I'll probably do Multi-Pack Mania and then I might take like the rest until next Friday off.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Hey,
Good
y'all.
night.